All right, welcome to Gem Mint Collectibles Live, episode 16. We're live at the Alamo Draft House with Talk Nerdy to Me. It's your boy Gem Mint, aka Janum. As always, I got my co-host
Mint and Manimal,
and we got with us today
Jack Lutz, also Vinny J,
and
Troy Sagner.
Troy saying they're Talk Nerdy to Me on YouTube. Damn, what's up, y'all?
How's it going?
It's going good.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Man, thanks for having us.
No, thanks for having us here.
This is our first live show. Took the show on the road. It's kind of nice.
The gym pyre.
Get out of the house, and I don't have to have a cooler of beers. We actually have people bringing us beer.
Every
so
6-7 minutes, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got a Wolf of Wall Street, that shit.
Plus, I get to guess what his real name is.
So
this is going to be great.
That's going to be the talk of the town. What is Manimal's real name?
Todd. That's it. Let's go with Todd.
So real quick, as always, we got to say what's up to the people in the chat. We got Comic Lover Omega, Bill Lumberg, George from MCE. What's up? Jesse Say What? Khalid Ahmed. My boy Arrow in the building.
Xavier
Paul. Yeah,
love that
feel
name.
free to shout these guys out. So these are the Geminites. Damn, where do you want to even start today? So no Deadpool 2 spoilers. I would love to, but
I will say this. Can I just say this? I thought it was better than the first one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I do want to talk.
We can be friends.
When we talk about it, I want to see what you guys' opinion, because I wasn't crazy about the first 15 minutes.
Really?
I thought it was kind of slow.
Disagree.
And
I thought it was good.
I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. The
Yeah.
whole movie I thought was amazing, and it really made up for it at the end. But the first 10 or 15 minutes, I was kind of like, this needs to get better. This needs to pick up.
I thought it was shocking, though, the first
really?
15 minutes.
I love the jab.
It seemed like recycled jokes from the first one, the first 15
I've heard
minutes.
other people say that, but I didn't feel that. When I was watching it, I was like, let's go. Come
I
on.
like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I
loved
liked it
too.
better.
As it went started to pick up steam, I was like, hell yeah.
The first movie I had nitpicks with. This one, I just love the whole shit. So.
Yeah. It felt like Fox really, Troy mentioned this, that they really, took the reins off of Deadpool. And they're like,
whatever you guys want. You guys made a
just do
shitload
it.
of money last time.
It feels like they just let Ryan Reynolds do whatever the hell he wanted, which is perfect.
Yeah.
So
They succeeded.
So Jesse Say What asks, what are we drinking?
I'm drinking it, as always, Dos Equis.
I'm doing a little Dead Beach IPA. It's a local El Paso brewery.
And these guys got
I'm
what?
so lame. I'm drinking
Long Island Iced Tea.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Minus the Long Island.
We'll go with that. This is my
See,
host Jim.
MCE says he agrees also.
Well, MCE doesn't know what he's. No, I'm playing. So anyway,
Which part does he agree with? Oh, he agrees with you.
Yeah.
Animal.
I would just say keep your eyes open through the whole movie for Easter eggs. They're all
So I gotta watch this one again, man.
Everything.
We're here. Maybe we should see it after. So Alamo Draft House.
We're here at the theater. We might as well go watch.
So I've never been here. We're in El
You've
Paso,
never been?
Texas.
Yeah.
I've never been because I'm new. I'm on the Far East side.
Okay.
I'm a little bougie with it. But out here, this is like a bar, restaurant, movie theater.
Yeah.
What's the seats like? Is it the crazy seats with the reclining or whatever?
No, they don't recline. They're very. You know how close we are right now.
Yeah.
No homo.
Yeah.
It's
not
kinda,
gay if it's
It's
no
kind of
homo.
like that.
That's
Okay.
the downside. It can get a little close in there.
Yeah.
You can order your beers and food in there too. And
Okay,
bring
so
it
it's
to
one of
the
those
theater.
things.
Yeah.
So Alamo Draft House. So first of all, shout out to them. Thanks for having us. Dope place. I wanted to bring my fucking Gem Mint banner, but I don't have anything to stick it on the wall with. Maybe next time. But we're here with Talk Nerdy to Me. So Troy and Jack. So you guys are the ones that put on the El Paso Comic Con.
He owns it. I host it.
So you host. Okay, so you're the owner. You're the hoster.
Yep.
And you have a comic shop in Las Cruces. What is that? New Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm new. I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything.
So this is not an interview, but I definitely will. Probably want to pick your brain about
So
that.
if you're from Florida, it's like the Jacksonville of.
And never go to Jackson. I'm a South Florida guy.
Never go. See, you know that. Never go to Jacksonville.
Yeah, you don't want to go north of West Palm Beach. But anyway, again, appreciate you guys giving us the press passes for El Paso Comic Con.
Yeah, we had a blast, man.
So
good.
our channel was still new, it was still growing, but I was telling him, I sent him the email. They gave us press passes. We're legit now. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, we felt a little full of ourselves. That's for sure.
So we applied for every other con after that.
Let's see who else is gonna.
Right.
So where else are you guys gonna be going next?
So next weekend we're gonna go to Phoenix Comic Fest.
Oh, you're gonna love that
It's
one.
gonna be
Yeah.
great.
I've been in South Florida. I was never a con guy because back then I was more into collecting key issues, and you don't buy key issues at a con. I'm sorry, you buy them through
Because they
collection.
jack up the
Well, it's
price.
crazy.
It's worse than
Yeah.
eBay. So
Yeah.
I went to shows at the Mississippi Casino just to buy books. But the El Paso Comic Con was the biggest legit convention that I've ever been to. So I was already a couple of firsts.
You know what I was telling you too? I feel like when you go to the cons, something you can get good prices on. We looked through them. Of course, you had all of them, but the books, the trade paperbacks and
The
stuff,
omnibus.
they sell a package, good deals. So you can get 4 or 5 for cheap.
First off, I appreciate you guys like talking about, hey, we go to cons to for the comic books. We go to cons. There's so many people now. Go to see the celebrities and everything is pretty cool. Everything, but I'm old school. Call me a curmudgeon, man. Maybe I'm Andy Rooney about this, but back in my day, I would go for the comics, the statues, the like you say, key issues and stuff like that, and the haggle. You hit the nail on the head. I would haggle.
Yeah, last day they're ready to get rid of all the shit they brought.
Absolutely. So that's when you got to haggle.
I heard a lot of the biggest deals go down before the first day. Like the dealers walk around like, "Hey, I'll take your whole wall." Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, and dealers with each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of pre-sale between dealers.
So owning a comic shop. Well, first of all, how long have you been doing the El Paso Comic Fest or Comic Con?
This was our third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
So last year I missed it. He was there, and you
second
had
year at the convention center, right?
We've done it at the convention center all 3 years.
Didn't it used to be at the Marriott?
Before I owned it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pre-me.
Okay.
So that sounds like a stressful ass job to put together that convention.
It is. It's a lot of headache, but it's a labor of love. I hate to use that cliche, but it is.
We ran into you. You were stressed as fuck.
So when I first met Troy,
dude, you should have seen him the first year. They did a documentary on him the very first year. Him and I love your wife to death, dude, but she was gonna kill some. She was gonna stab a bitch, dude. She was like many bitches. She was gonna.
They don't realize that it's funded out of our own bankroll, dude.
Yeah.
We're not getting the city's not paying for all this stuff. This right out of our checkbook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if it fails, I don't get to retire.
Damn.
Dang.
So we met Troy because somebody had told me that you were the one putting it together. And I'm like, damn, I wanted to do the show from there. Is there a table? We're hunting you down. I don't know what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting a Latin guy. I don't know, just putting that out there. And I saw Troy, and he was looking mad stressed. And I'm like, yo, can we get a table? And he's like, oh, thank God. I thought I did something and pissed you guys off or something.
Well, they just tell me some guy wants to talk to you there. And I look down, he's arms crossed, tatted up. I'm like, oh, man.
Got the neck tats.
So here we go. Here comes another fight. So
I remember that always happens too. Some dude is just it comes with the territory as far as hosting a Comic Con or putting one on. You always have people that are just something pisses them off. Something.
Something for sure. I can see that.
And we can say it now. Adam West. It was
may he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. But damn,
that was year one.
He was challenging.
He was a little challenging.
On that note, I was going to ask too. What's the hardest part? Are the celebrities the hardest people to deal with? Are the vendors the hardest people to deal with? What's the toughest aspect?
They're pretty much all up there.
Yeah,
it's all
you got some problem vendors, some problem celebrities.
I will say this: before we were involved with El Paso Comic Con, the previous guy that was running it, I'll never forget this. One year we had Michael Bean, whoever you want to say it, who was in Terminator 2. Terminator, of course, Aliens. So the guy, the guy that ran the con wasn't paying his celebrities. He was stiffing them.
Damn.
So Michael Bein gets a little pissed off, and
he wasn't with it.
Come with me if you want to live.
He tried to break into the box office.
Break into the box office and was a little rough with
forcibly remove him.
Rough with the guy. So
that wasn't under me. That was under the other guy.
So we had to rebuild this relationship with the city because it was rough, man. Because how many subscribers, how many people were on the Facebook page that are still on?
When we took it over, it was right around 7,000.
And now how many?
24,000.
Damn, you guys grew it.
Yeah. So we had to establish a nice rapport with the community once again because that guy.
He burned a lot of bridges.
I'll say it right now, man. He was kind of shitty.
Well, to be honest, I think we had heard that actually.
Yeah,
you did.
You
did. Okay.
No, when I was telling people,
and
when I was telling people, hey, we're doing El Paso Comic Con, they're like, hey, that's really good. Some new guys took it over. The other guy was kind of a jackass or whatever. So I mean, no offense to him, I don't know the guy, but I did hear the same shit. Before we get move forward, I do want to say what's up to Iron Cardinal. What up, Shorty Larson? My man Ryan.
Tack is in there.
Tack's in the building. I missed somebody else too.
Somebody was asking if you adjusted to the humidity yet.
The lack of humidity.
There's no humidity.
I love it. It could be 110 degrees.
I'm
good.
Humidity.
I'm loving it, man. Florida is 80 degrees with 100% humidity. You're sweating from head to toe as soon as you walk out the house.
And it's been kind of hot this week too, and low 90s. But I'm like,
nah, it hit 100. At least my car said it was.
But if you stand in the shade, man, it's
windy.
You can
breeze.
escape that. You can't escape humidity.
It's hard to beat the weather in El Paso, to be honest. The worst part's the wind. That's it. The wind and the dirt.
I'll take that over the snow.
The pics in the back look like Maria from Deadly Class.
They put those out there just for us.
Yeah.
No. So this is funny. So I'm going to put Manimal on the spot. Manimal was a little nervous about doing the live show in public.
I'm really?
Yeah. And I was like,
man, yeah.
I was like, come on, man, we're out there. I said, we did the convention. You're out there with a camera interviewing cosplay chicks. Like, this is going to be even easier. But when we came around the corner, this is like in the cut, kind of. And Manimal was already like,
they hide around the corner.
Yeah, they're not going to do. You got to realize, man, people, when they're curious about it, you know, they'll come up to you, they'll talk to you, but really, you don't get that many dicks that'll like interfere with.
Well, that's what Manimal says. Like, what if some guy starts talking shit? I'm like, well, he's about to get world starred on Gem Mint Collectibles Live.
That's dude. We would not let that happen.
Nah, hell
we would not let that happen.
I'm more worried about like someone I know walking in and like seeing
like, wait a minute, you're a nerd?
Worlds collide.
You're talking about comic books. What's up, Joe Prodzic? Yeah, man. So that's the con, and you're going to be at Comic Fest too. What are you doing out there? Just as a fan, or are you guys got something going on?
Press passes. We
do some interviews.
Try to get a couple interviews with people while we're.
So we'll have to link up and do something.
Yeah, you also do some networking, see who you can bring to El Paso.
That's where you know, I hit up the artist alley. You're gonna love.
Nice.
It's you know, it's got a lot of heavy hitters that you can go and talk to.
Cool.
Their artist alley is amazing.
So let me ask you guys, what recommendations do you have for us to try to get interviews with people? Should we be like buy something from them first or something? Or
a lot of that stuff you have to do ahead of time.
Yeah, so we're not good at that.
Yeah,
no.
you're gonna have to contact them like starting now just to try to get it set up.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get anybody, I'm still happy just walking around with the gimbal and like getting footage and shit that we could get.
Probably get a lot of ad hoc impromptu ones that way.
Yeah, people on the floor.
Yeah, and at the El Paso one, we were trying to be real cognizant of, you know, everyone's trying to hustle,
make money. I'm not trying to mess up anyone's money.
We weren't trying to mess anything. We waited till they were like some dead time, and then we'd creep in.
Yeah,
that was probably the best description, is us creeping in, trying to talk to people.
I tell you that Jason David Frank, man,
there was no dead time.
He was busy the whole damn time.
Man,
and that's the guy who I was like, Green Ranger. Oh my god, like,
he's a beast.
Yeah,
he was killing it, man.
He was signing autographs. He waited till like the last guy.
He didn't stop to eat or drink. I brought stuff down to him because he just constantly just.
Isn't that the best though when you meet somebody and then they exceed your expectations? Yeah,
because you don't want to meet your idols, but when he ended up being cool, right?
Yeah. So Junket Sailor says he's surprised how smooth the stream is going. So that's good. We were trying to console about that.
On the way here, I'm like, Troy, do you have an extension cord? Like, fuck, I didn't have everything.
We weren't sure
I needed.
what the Wi-Fi situation was going to be like.
It's better than in the house, man. I don't know. In the house, sometimes we get fucked up.
Oh, cool. I think that's a cool question to ask. Like, if your audience, if they've ever met anybody and they were actually ever let down or exceeded their expectations, you know.
Well, we were talking about Claremont. So Claremont last year, you had Chris Claremont, obviously X-Men guy.
Right.
It's hard. You'd be hard pressed to find a better X-Men writer,
right?
In my opinion,
the guy 20 plus
created
years.
all of the best stories. It seems like
Days of Future Past,
and he was great, but I felt like, and I think you and I agreed, he was kind of hard to talk to.
Yeah,
and his sense of humor, strange.
His sense of humor is
very nice.
Very British sense of humor.
Very British, dry. Like intellectual.
Yeah.
Sense of humor, like you gotta be on his level.
Yeah, you try to set him up for jokes, and he just walks right over him.
Maybe that's why I didn't like Excalibur run at all.
It was too British. It was too British.
It was hard to read.
I'm just gonna be myself.
So JLS is asking, why am I drinking a Shirley Temple? This is Dos Equis. Come on, man, don't play me like that.
Being hard up in here.
We got
no umbrella.
Yeah, right. Come on, man.
it's just the lime, man. It's the lime. You gotta have a lemon or a lime when you're drinking. You know,
I love my condiments. And then Shaft Serious in the building. You got to watch this guy. He's a little loose with the tongue sometimes. That's my boy. Anyway, so, you know, we're in a little bit of a different time. We usually do this more in the evening. We got like 41 people in here. Not too bad. Hit us with any questions. If you have any convention type questions. Also, Troy is the owner of Zia Comics. So that's like the dream. Like, that's my end game. I want to own my own comic shop. Now, you're going to tell me you don't want to do that, right?
No, I love doing it, but it's a lot more headache than I thought it was going to be when I first started.
This is what I told you.
Yeah,
this guy keeps telling me.
Like, he knows.
Don't put a comic book shop. I was like,
it's a business. Well, first of all, if you own a comic book store, you really can't be a collector.
That's what I hear, man.
Broke. Yeah, you're going to go broke because it's
going to crumble under your own.
Well, I've always kind of accepted that. Like,
just put this to the side here.
And you're going to want to. I didn't get that in this week.
First appearance of who? No, I didn't receive that. But I always figured that all my shit would be for sale. Like, I'd put all the statues, all the omnibus, all whatever back issues. But then does it make you hate the hobby? Well, obviously you don't, because you're still doing this show. You watch the movies.
The best also is when people want to sell you stuff that they think is obscenely expensive.
I deal with it.
They'll bring you like 90 stuff.
I looked this up on eBay.
Excalibur 1.
Asking $1 million for it.
Like baseball cards come in. Like, how much can I get for?
The card world.
My Chet Lemon baseball card.
The card world, man. Remember when that used to be so mega popular?
Yeah.
You still got guys that'll come in.
I don't
with,
even deal with sports stuff.
you know,
Yeah.
but also comic cards.
Oh yeah, the old Marvel.
The Fleer
Cards, yeah.
comic cards.
So
Yeah,
Pim
those
Pim Rem Jin says Vin Diesel. Am I right? Yeah. So it's Vin
Yeah,
Diesel,
there you go.
Conor
We're
McGregor,
close.
Everlast, and I forget who you were.
Brad Pitt.
That's a stretch, right? Anyway, so how long have you been running the shop? How long have you owned Zia?
a little over 5 years.
5 years. So Zia, what does that mean? I looked it up and it was like some kind of zenith kind of.
I didn't name it.
Okay.
I was just joking.
The Native American tribe that
Yeah,
lived
it's-
around the area were called the Zia Native Americans, and so a lot of businesses in that area named themselves, you know,
Like Zia Smoke
Zia,
Shop.
yeah,
Zia,
yeah. Radio stations there too.
I
Zia
just
Country.
jokingly told my wife that I could do a better job than Hastings with the comic books because it took me 2 months to get a subscription started, and I just lost faith in them. And
Hastings.
she took that. Rest in peace. And
You've got blast from the past.
she
right
took
there.
that to the extreme. I came home like 2 days later. She's like, "All right, here's your business license. Here's where we're doing this." And
She had
here's
y'all
the
set
name.
up.
So I didn't even get to name it. So I was like, "Okay, I guess."
I like the name of the
Comics.
YouTube. Talk nerdy to me. That shit is catchy. So
Yeah.
when I talked to you on the email, you're like, "Oh, I have a YouTube channel as well." And I looked at it. I'm like, "Fuck, these guys shit look way better than ours." But your production value is dope, man.
Yeah, you met our camera guy,
Roy,
here.
right?
This dude had the channel 7
Just don't go
equipment,
back
man.
to the first season.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that stuff where it's in SD. And
Yeah, and we're filming inside of a church, you know.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, and then we couldn't curse exactly in the
yeah, it was
church.
kind of hard, in church.
That's funny, man.
So what's your channel? Plug the tell a little bit about your channel to guys.
YouTube.com/Zia Comics. We talk just about anything pop culture, mostly comic books and movies, some TV show stuff.
Yeah.
I was cruising through a couple of your videos. You guys do a lot of the movie reviews. You also do some storylines, like I caught your Red Goblin storyline.
I still haven't read that. No spoilers, man.
It's good.
So you talk about that.
It's
You
good.
talk about the stories a little bit too. As well.
I stopped reading Amazing Spider-Man with the new Tony Stark version of Peter Parker, Worldwide, is it called? So I kind of am a little behind on my Spider-Man.
You know, I recently picked up Spider-Man once again, and I'm a huge Alex Ross fan.
Yeah, of course.
And anything that he does for, Astro City, Spider-Man, his covers just alone are worth, to me, I'll pick them up. But yeah, storylines, they're really good right now with Spider-Man, the whole Norman Osborn, Red Goblin thing. Again, no spoilers.
He hasn't read.
Do I know it? I know it's
That's
Norman.
what I'm saying. No
Okay.
spoilers.
Okay.
No spoilers. It's definitely worth the.
Are you a
worth
Dan
the
Slott fan then?
Yeah, that guy. I don't think
I think
he'll ever
this-
leave.
The Red Goblin storyline is
I'm thinking of Dos Equis.
probably the best
Thank you, man.
storyline since Superior Spider. I love Superior Spider.
Yeah,
Oh,
awesome.
Superior Spider-Man is
Phenomenal.
amazing.
Good.
I loved it, dude.
There's people either love it or they hate it.
I
don't
loved
see too much on the fence.
See,
You
I'm
got
not
it, yeah.
I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. Like I like Spider-Man as much as I like, anything else, and he's classic, whatnot. But I really kind of got into it around old school Civil War, like the original Civil War. I started reading some Spider-Man. I read The Other, which most people probably hate, but I actually enjoyed The Other.
What did you think
Storyline.
of? What did you think of the Gauntlet?
Which one was that?
Storyline where it was coming out every week. Spider-Man had to go up against all of his super.
I think I read that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I read that
different
one.
different artists, different writer.
Yeah,
It's
it was
just
crazy.
It was nuts.
I don't
dude.
think I read that one.
Last Avengers. Dan Slott sucks. I disagree. I love Dan Slott. So he's supposed to do Fantastic Four now, or what's he doing? Or something?
movie
Iron
too.
Man or some shit?
He's on one of the new books. Is it?
Yeah,
I thought it was Fantastic
Is it
Four.
I think you're right.
I think it was.
Somebody
Maybe
correct
you're
us.
Because I was thinking that's like a perfect person to write Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. But real quick, I don't want to forget Joe Prodzik. So he has a really good YouTube channel as well. It's called Statue Review. And he does some really dope statue reviews, obviously. But he's asking, he doesn't go to a lot of cons. Can you get good deals on books, or are prices inflated?
Yes.
They start off inflated, but you can hack.
If you know what you're doing, you can probably get a good deal, especially depending on what day of the con, right?
Yeah.
I never understood that when you go to a con and you just see the markup all their stuff.
Like I could pull up eBay right now and buy this for cheaper.
yeah,
It doesn't make any
that
sense.
is so.
That's how you should haggle.
Thing.
Exactly.
I
I
do
can buy
the
it now
same
cheaper
thing.
right here.
Dude, I used to, Toys R Us, man, rest in peace, because they're shipping them all down. I would go into Toys R Us and I'd be like, oh, this is nice being in Amazon's showroom.
Yeah.
And I would do that at cons also. You're absolutely right. I've done that.
Yeah.
So,
But that usually doesn't end up in a sale. It's usually like, well, get the fuck out of my face.
yeah.
Get out of here.
The
Get
Somebody
thing about
else
the
will
con
do
is
it.
you actually have it in front of you, and you know the condition it's in. You're not going to get
Right.
gypped.
If
It's
you
not
walk
great,
home
I
with it
guess.
right then and there.
Yeah.
I'm impatient. I'll pay
Right.
more because I don't want to wait for shipping
A
or
lot of
whatever.
people
I think that if you want to get like graded stuff, that's just me. If you want to get something that's great, if you want to get something that is just not disputed. You know, yeah, the graded stuff at cons are pretty cool.
So here's a cool question. It's from Ren Sandberg. He's asking, what's the best statue you ever seen? But I want to ask you, because I'm a statue guy. That's my shit.
Then you'll love his shop, because you got lots of
and
statues.
There's a huge lack of Lobo sideshow.
Do you still have that?
With dog.
Do you still have that?
Yeah.
And is that the one with the different faces or the different
two
hair?
Two different heads.
Most of them have a couple of portraits, but
and it comes with dog.
In El Paso, I don't think any of these shops here carry statues.
All Star does.
Well, not the quarter scale.
Not really. I don't think so.
Yeah.
He has some of the
diamond
8 scale, some stuff like the nothing big like that.
I don't
God,
know
if he
has a sideshow account in El Paso.
I don't think they do, and I'm sure it doesn't sell well.
Asylum. I know Asylum's got some nice.
I think that's
statues.
the only shop I haven't been to out here.
Asylum Comics on west side of El Paso.
I think
it's the only shop on the west side of town.
Just got his sideshow account, so he's probably gonna be ordering more.
Yeah, they just dropped a shitload of teases on a bunch of DC pieces and Marvel pieces that are coming out too. Premium format, quarter scale statues.
I mean to cut you off there. I know that Asylum is going to be getting in the Joker busts. They got like really rare Joker bust statues that are going to be coming in, so that's going to be really cool. Like I think they're going for like $2,000.
I'm more into the full figure ones. The bust, they're all right, but I'd rather have the.
I don't like the bust. You have a bunch of.
I like the life size bust. But
I think that's what it is too.
You're right, though. I mean, when you unbox it, it's just one piece. You don't put it together. It's kind of hard to review it because it's just a big ass head. But I do like the life size, like the Street Fighter Pop Culture Shock Akuma is like one of my favorite pieces.
That's my jam right there.
I love Akuma. Hell yeah.
So
what happened?
Talk about the doppelganger statue.
Oh, okay. So actually, I got my hand in a custom statue that we commissioned for Doppelganger Spider-Man. It's a quarter scale piece. It's gonna be like probably this big or whatever. But we got a guy doing like the 3D sculpt. It's moving along in the progress. I could show it right now, actually.
So I see one.
You guys won't be able to
Fiero
see it.
Valentine, listening while cutting grass. Look down the phone. Damn, you making me thirsty. Like what kind of thirst? What kind of thirst are we talking
all kinds of
thirsty for manimal meat, right? Anyway,
get a cup holder on that mower.
So, what else are we going to talk about? So, first of all, I don't know if you guys are aware. So, we got this Facebook group that we started called Geminites. And it's kind of popping, man.
Name. What a great name.
So that's like the viewers are the Geminites. They mount up and all that.
Yeah, so it's popping. And let me just put this out there for you guys. Forgive me. I'm new. I've been off Facebook for 9 years. And I never had any intention of ever going back. And I hate Facebook. I'm not about that life. So if you guys message me on there and I don't respond, please.
He's just a dick.
He's more of a MySpace guy.
Yeah, I'm still got my songs on MySpace,
So what we're gonna do on Gemini? So we've done a couple of giveaways for like 4,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, and like half the prizes, the people never show up and claim. So I think what we're gonna do is go live. Ken said he's in for some. I got some Star Wars books too that you would like, but I'm gonna give them away on the Gemini's Facebook. Like I'm just gonna whoever's a member in the group, put your name in the randomizer, and I'm gonna give away. We have a CGC 9.8. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 75, signed by Joe Sinnott and Kevin Eastman.
And it's Virgin.
It's a Virgin Planet Awesome Collectibles cover, and the dude never came around to claim it. It's been like a month already.
I'd have been there.
I would have been on top of that.
I'm like, I keep it, but I'm like, it's in my mind. It's a giveaway prize.
So I just actually just started reading the IDW
the Turtles
runs right now. I just burned through books 1 and 2, and I'm loving them, man. I've read the old stuff, and someone asked me a question today. It was on YouTube. I think on one of the YouTube comments, they asked what I liked about the old one, and I liked it well enough. But I think, when Eastman started Ninja Turtles, it was one thing, and now it's like I feel like he has a better grasp on the characters, a better direction. Or he got to redo it.
It was a parody when he first started. It was a Frank Miller Daredevil parody, Jack Kirby parody.
They shared the same, origin Daredevil.
The hand and the foot.
I mean, think about how many different characters. Can you name another set of characters in comic books that they start, you have their origin, and then the creator got to redo it, basically start over again from scratch. We retcon a lot of shit, but you never see Spider-Man just reboot. Ultimate Spider-Man might be a good suggestion, example.
I think one of the best things that Kevin Eastman could have done was take a break from his own creation and then come back to it.
He never did that, did he?
Well, as far as taking a step back,
has he ever done anything else really?
Right. I think my point is, I think that's what how can I say this? It helps with your creativity. You know, let somebody else with fresher eyes take over the drawing process.
Well, I think they did that a little bit in the Mirage days when they did Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they kind of expanded Mirage Studios. But I mean, he was always in the mix, though.
Yeah, you also got to realize too, this guy has seen his creation just, you know, explode. Toothbrushes. Underwear, soaped. I mean, you know, 20 years later, it's still just like how do you write that now?
When the '90s cartoon, and then when Nickelodeon bought it, I mean, don't they have the rights for all Ninja Turtle stuff right now? Nickelodeon does
all the video media, I believe.
Just video, But that, like, I loved that cartoon series, the Nickelodeon. I was trying to get this dude to watch it, and
yeah, I watched. Great, I don't like 3D. I like the drawn animation. I don't like the 3D shit.
School. Yeah, they're trying to appeal to the younger audience.
Yeah, no, and I get it.
I liked it, dude.
Real quick, shout out to Dramaticus. He's about to go see Deadpool 2.
Awesome. You're gonna love it.
Love it.
Dope, beginning to end. Rock Beza.
Dramaticus. You don't have to stay throughout the whole credits.
There's no end credit.
The post-credit scene is like a mid-credit scene.
But the mid-credit scene was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you gotta see it.
Can't talk about it. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But yeah, so Rock's asking my man Arrow, what's your perspective on Stan's handlers? And there's also some new shit that came out from his Twitter account.
Yeah, where he took it seems really weird. Yeah, like, I'm now sending my first tweet or some shit.
Hey guys, Facebook. Where are you all from? What state or country? Yeah. You know,
it's like my grandpa's on Twitter.
So
right?
okay, so his handlers or his relatives? They're like it's the same thing
all the way around. It's crazy, man.
Is he done? That's what I'm curious
about.
That
whole situation's kind of
my shit is why are you working?
Because then he also keep in mind, like a month ago, he came out and was like,
everything's cool,
and he was
while his handlers filming him like with a gun, like
he got mad at the fans, just like quit harassing me. These are my best friends. I love these people. You guys are.
I think he had some trouble with his daughter, and like they're
it's sad.
That's the story.
She was mistreating him because Kevin Smith wanted to have Stan live with him. You know, like I'll take after you.
I think he's got Stockholm syndrome. You know? He's just
exactly.
He's been abused so long now. He thinks that
he's used to it. Yeah,
a lot of people like
sucks to say.
Yeah, he's in his 90s.
No, he's like 95 or some shit.
Close to it. Yeah, man. And
crazy.
Seeing him just like that, it's kind of heartbreaking.
So Rock asked me what I think of his handlers. I think he shouldn't have handlers. I don't think he should be working, especially it's pretty grueling.
I feel like Marvel should be protecting.
Should they step in like their lawyers? Like,
I really feel like, look, dude.
Here's the thing. It'll all come to light. It will all come to light. God forbid, if and when he passes away, we're going to know more of the story of what happened with him, his handlers, his family, and everything. So,
like, I'm not a celebrity kind of person. Like, there's not many people I'd see in this world that I'd be like starstruck and I'd see. But like Michael Jordan, probably going to be one of them. Yeah.
I heard he's not one that you want to meet
and
though.
And Stan Lee also. Like, I feel like I'd be a little starstruck. Like, I mean, dude, you have created every
count him down. No.
Yeah, count him down. He's just a legend, man. So I don't know.
So what do we got going on here? So Paolo was asking, have you guys seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I know season 5. I know you watched it. Are you guys into that?
I quit watching after season 3.
I think that's when I stopped.
It kind of jumped the shark for me.
I stopped with the
Inhuman stuff?
Yeah, that's when I stopped.
That's when it started, yeah.
I'm kind of biased. I'm just name dropping here. J. August Richards is a buddy of mine who played
Deathlock.
Deathlock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Has he been in
They brought him back.
They brought him back. Yeah.
So I was a big Coulson fan after Avengers 1, but then it's like, all right, I've had enough of Coulson.
It's cool,
Tahiti
man.
got a little old.
Yeah, the whole brain thing.
This season 5's been pretty cool. They did a whole like future jump, and I actually am about 5 episodes back right now. I still got to watch them, but I've enjoyed it. I like it. It moves forward.
I agree with MCE. Last season was pretty good of Agents. So
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Ghost Rider stuff or anything, man.
That was pretty good. The Darkhold stuff,
You know what is that?
I was pumped to see Deathlock come back. Because that's a great character.
Yeah,
he was dope in the first season.
Underrated character.
Yeah. I was I'm not really a fan of the TV stuff, man. I like all the movies.
What about the Netflix? Not anything.
I like the Netflix stuff better than the TV stuff.
Okay.
I watch everything.
It seems like the TV stuff, the first season or 2 is really good, and then you have a sharp drop off in quality of the story.
So Arrow,
Flash, Arrow.
I was just about to say that, and I'm really
Arrow's
curious.
Kind of boring.
I never even watched Legends of Tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I do, but it's
you know what I heard was really good. I heard Krypton was really good.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
But
it is.
It's another first season thing.
Exactly. I'm just not a fan of the Batman shows without Batman, the Superman shows without Superman.
Yeah.
So they just said Gotham's going to end next season, right?
Yes. Yeah. So as he turns into Superman, Superman, Batman.
Whoa, that'd be cool.
Right, the composite. Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Talk about a switch. Never saw that one coming.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what DC's going to do with their streaming service now, because they're going to be having TV shows on their own streaming.
Yeah,
they're going to be doing
Titans,
Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Doom Patrol's kind of. That's an iffy one.
So it sounds like they're doing kind of the same strategy that the Arrowverse did, where it's like Doom Patrol is going to be like introduced in Titans and then spin out, right? Is that kind of what I read?
I'm not sure. I just know the comic book was really good, but they're having a hard time catching an audience for it.
Yeah, I have zero interest in Doom Patrol.
Well, I know the Grant Morrison run is highly coveted.
It's awesome.
I haven't read it. I have the big omnibus. It's about this thick.
Yeah.
But
it's a good read.
Yeah, if they can tap into that, dude, it'll be. Yeah, you're right about the audience, which I don't think they'll have anything to worry about if it's on the streaming service. They don't have to worry about ratings per se. I hate using that word per se, but yeah.
Well, you just use it.
You know, it's kind of what we said on one of the other shows. We're fans, and we're going to watch it because you want to support it. It's like even the garbage shit they put out. Like, I'll be honest, I saw Catwoman, Halle Berry, you know,
of course,
because you want to support it. It's like, you know, even if it's garbage, I want to continue because I want them to keep making money and make more stuff, you know. And
like
maybe
Justice League was good. Come on.
Yeah, Justice League was great.
It felt like a long episode of Super Friends to me. It really did.
It, and everybody who came out of it said they loved it.
Yeah.
But then it bombed at the box office.
It's so polarizing. Yeah, I thought it was a long episode of Justice.
I think they just dropped the ball with the Superman return. First of all, they should have never killed him in Batman
right
Superman.
Away. Yeah,
that was crazy. And you jammed so many epic storylines into one movie. It's like, bro, let it breathe.
You wasted Doomsday.
You wasted Doomsday and Death of Superman just to bring him back in the next movie.
Just to play catch up.
Even if they gave him the black suit, I think people would have been a little bit more like, cool. But he just came out shirtless, like with a CGI mustache. Come on, man. They really dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, I agree. So I saw a really cool question here. What do you guys think about Punisher Netflix series?
Season 2.
That one too, and the one about
Spawn.
Yeah, the Spawn one.
Oh,
yeah,
Spawn.
I knew you saw
Spawn
that
fan
here.
here.
You saw that one. Yeah,
you guys into Spawn?
Yeah, love Spawn. Love Spawn.
And I love the first movie. It was a little ahead of its time as far as the CGI wasn't ready for what they were trying to do.
Right.
John Leguizamo killed it.
You gotta love John Leguizamo, the Pest. You guys ever seen Pest?
Yeah, of course.
And then you gotta love Michael J. White, right? But now my boy Jamie Foxx wants to be Spawn. I just don't see it. I don't see it, Jamie. I like Jamie.
He wants to be a Marvel character or a comic book character so bad. He wants to be Spawn.
Like, listen,
people want to be Blade.
You killed ASM franchise.
Wasn't he Electro?
Yeah, Electro.
But you don't know.
Leave it at that.
Leave it.
Yeah, leave it there, Jamie.
I like Jamie Foxx, but I feel like Jamie Foxx is a big fan of Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
And they're all talking about this Spawn movie where he's going to have no lines. I can't see Jamie Foxx being crazy about having a movie where he doesn't have a speaking line.
Yeah, from what I understand, I read that they weren't even going to throw Spawn that much into the movie.
Yeah,
they were going to feature
Sam and Twitch.
More of a mystery horror type.
Todd McFarlane wants him to be lurking in the shadows. The movie's not really about him. He's just around in the mix. I'm not with that. Give me Spawn with the costume and the spikes.
Ain't nobody interested in Sam and Twitch, bro.
No. Although I heard the comic run was really good. I never read it.
As far as the movie is concerned, I think people are going to be so alienated from that.
And the thing is, I mean, this current Spawn run, I don't know how popular it is. Like, does anybody else want a Spawn movie that hasn't been like our age that have kind of grew up with it? I don't think so.
Use Al Simmons as Spawn.
So what was the name of the guy that was Spawn for a little bit? I forget his name, man. Do you remember? It was some kind of generic name. Like the names they guess what Manimal's name is.
Matthew.
Like Matthew Todd.
Clyde.
I'm still sticking with Clyde.
What was his name? I can't remember.
I don't think McFarlane is even drawing Spawn anymore.
I think he does. No, he does actually, right?
Yeah.
I saw a recent issue and it didn't look like his covers.
He does the covers.
I think that goes back to my point. Like, take a break from it, and then come back to it with fresh eyes.
It's one of the longest running comics going out here, like, or at least for Image.
For Image, you got Savage Dragon, Spawn. Yeah.
I think the only one beat it is Cerebus, right?
Yeah, and it's on issue like it's going to be hitting 300 soon, I would think.
Yeah.
I think it already did.
Did it?
Didn't it hit 300 already?
Well, you got the
comic. Yeah, you're the one who gets on the
shit. I think it has. I could be wrong.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, since you got the comic book store, how many subscribers do you have? How many people on the list? Yeah, for Image.
Oh, for Image.
For Image Comics.
Image, I mean, it's less. Las Cruces is like a hotbed of, they love superheroes.
And you're the only comic shop in Las Cruces.
Man, we got to make it up to your shop, man.
Yeah.
And it seems like El Paso is more into the indie stuff. I guess if you want to call Image indie.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're more into that stuff.
Independent.
Mainstream indie.
Yeah. Yeah. But up in Cruces, everybody wants their caped superheroes. So
Spandex.
Image is their big drop off for the Image stuff.
This is a good question too, because I do a weekly poll list. We go over my weekly polls, and I'm heavy on Marvel and DC.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all.
And they're always giving them shit.
They're always giving me shit. And I'm trying
Marvel.
to pick up new stuff. I recently picked up Oblivion Song. Haven't read them
Oblivion
yet.
Song's good.
It's good.
Gideon Falls is
Gideon
good.
Falls was the other
Gideon
suggestion
Falls.
I want to get into. Someone said Infidel. Is that any good? It looks like it's just a miniseries.
I didn't care much for it.
Okay. What are some other good independent stuff I can check out?
Independent. Have you read Saga?
I was gonna say I have the deluxe editions. I was telling him he needs to read them.
That's the thing too. Is like I'm a complete reader, so it's daunting for me to get into anything that's like established.
Yeah, but you're reading
TMNT. Catch up real quick.
No, I got the deluxe.
Yeah,
edition.
I gotta do
the
that.
TMNT. You got
But then I'm just gonna collect like the singles of starting at issue 56 or some shit. You know,
if you want to go in bulk, I mean, are you talking about current stuff or just stuff that's in general?
Current, like pull list stuff.
Oh, okay.
Rat Queens is good from Image.
Rat Queens.
Yeah. It's a female. It's kind of a D&D type thing, but it's all female.
Saga keeps coming up in my head.
Saga
It keeps.
What about East and West?
East and West is not bad.
I hear they're going to be making that into a TV series.
I did too. I heard that.
You know what I really liked? I really like Manifest Destiny. Did they stop that?
I don't know why that never caught on.
I loved it.
I was going to say also, if you like Manifest Destiny, I was going to throw out Sex Criminals.
Oh, I haven't read that.
I've heard about that.
Sex Criminals is
phenomenal.
The deluxe edition is called like Big Heart Sex Criminals.
Matt Fraction is.
I love Matt Fraction. Yeah, I love Fraction.
Then you're going to love Sex Criminals.
I told Jim this. So I'm from Kansas City, and I went to a comic book shop there one time. I think I was visiting, and I was back in town. And the shop I used to go to, I cruise in, and I'm just getting some issues. Matt Fraction's fucking sitting there, and this is like before he got big. This was when he was still writing like Punisher War Journal.
Oh shit!
When he did because he wrote the tie-ins for Civil War, I believe, for Punisher War Journal, and he's just chilling there at like a fold-out table with his issues, and I was like, oh shit! And of course I was like, oh. Was the writer, but I didn't know shit about him at the time. So,
yeah, you got to get on Sex Criminals.
Oh yeah, I don't like Hickman. I'm not a big Hickman fan. No.
His run on Fantastic Four wasn't bad.
That's what Jen.
But other than that, I
know you don't like.
I don't like the Avengers Hickman.
No, I don't.
But the Fantastic, you got to read those omnibus.
I'll do.
First of all, they're like whales of books. You can't even get them shits. Yeah. But I loved his. I loved it better than. I don't want to say it was the best Marvel cosmic. If I was gonna say better than Annihilation. It was up there as a good cosmic Marvel story.
What about? Did you ever read the miniseries Frostbite?
No. You're always trying to push this.
Because I read it. It was like the 6-issue Frostbite. I liked it, man. It was enjoyable. It was a post-apocalyptic world.
He loves that shit.
Okay.
It was like sounds
like every other
everything was like
story.
Everything was frozen.
Like
people were like living off of heat. It was like the currency was heat.
Sounds pretty cool.
And it was kind of like there was like a zombie mix to it too, where if you got like hypothermia and you were affected by frostbite, it was like considered this like disease, and you were frozen. Okay. I don't know. It was cool, man. I enjoyed it.
All right, so since we can't talk Deadpool 2 spoilers, Infinity War is spoiler.
It's past its time.
Right, it's past its shelf life. What do you guys think they're gonna do? And it should have went for the head in Avengers 4. I have no fucking clue what they can do after that.
I know what happens in the comics. I don't know.
See, but you also have to separate church from state now.
Right.
You got to separate the two.
There's a mixture of Infinity War and the Infinity also, the new modern stuff. Right. So they're kind of mixing it.
Do you think Nebula is going to have a part where she gets the gauntlet? Because in the book,
she wasn't one of the ones they showed fading away. So
I know.
She's one of the two Guardians.
And then what about
Rocket?
They have all this set footage of them in their Avengers 1 outfits, right? And it looks like they're shooting scenes like that.
Right. I'm very curious about the whole Adam Warlock thing.
But I hear he's not going to be.
No, it's supposedly or Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Is she going to be the one that's going to take him down?
Did you see the credit?
Yeah.
That was her symbol.
Yeah, but I don't know if that wasn't a big
strong enough. Captain Marvel's.
I just don't
got
think
some power.
I think Phil Coulson's going to come back.
Hopefully, that's my man.
Rock Mesa just said.
Oh, is that what he said?
He said he had enough.
You're asking where can we go from here? I know that we all know it's going to be okay. I think because
I
trust in Feige.
Yeah, Strange, said this is the only Doctor Strange. Right. This is the only way. This is like one out of the 14 million ways that they were going to succeed. The end game, so he knows what he's doing. This was the end game.
So that's what they're saying that they think it's going to be called Avengers 4 Endgame.
Yeah. So
that'd be a good name.
I hate to say this, but I'm going to be kind of mad if it doesn't happen. I feel like I don't want it to happen, but I'll be mad if it doesn't happen.
Okay.
If Cap doesn't die.
Yeah, they
got to kill Cap.
Well,
or they got to kill Iron Man.
Yeah. But is he going to retire gracefully into the sunset, or
I think he needs a death.
Yeah,
there has to be an
sacrifice
death.
himself.
There has to be an impactful death.
I think also looking at the from the actor's perspective, I don't know how long they want to keep doing.
Yeah,
Tony's out too.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. So that was another question. Rock Mesa says we talked about it before. The next big bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to lead to what happens after.
I think my goal, or what I think should happen if they get the Fantastic Four, if they get the X-Men, they get all that'll be move towards Annihilation.
Yeah, I think Annihilation is the way to go.
You bring in Annihilus, and you bring in these other cosmic guys.
Bring in Beyonder.
And I'd like
off the battle world.
I'd like to see.
They could do a Secret Wars movie.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a separation, to be honest. Like, it's cool to see all of them come together, but I'm also okay with the Earthbound heroes and some cosmic world.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. If they have FF
smaller.
and they have an X-Men, they'll have their own big bads, and maybe not such a shared universe thing like that.
We don't always have to keep coming back to a massive shared universe. You know what I mean?
I was actually hoping for a Planet Hulk or World War Hulk.
So that's a lot of speculation on why they did Hulk so dirty in this movie, that he's going to come back in 4 and be the world breaker Hulk and wreck shit.
I heard a rumor that was actually Loki pretending to be Bruce Banner, and that's why he couldn't turn. That's just
they called an audible because he was supposed to break out of that Hulkbuster armor as Hulk. They have toys like that
in the promos.
In the promo, he's in Wakanda, right? What kind of shit is this?
Wakanda.
I see what you did there.
I get it.
Yeah, he's gonna be thrown down with Thanos again.
Yeah, Tack brought up Doctor Doom. I think Doctor Doom's your big guy.
Doctor Doom is he's my favorite villain.
But I don't think he's gonna be more imposing than Thanos in the MCU.
No, but like in a Earthbound, an Earthbound world.
Okay. But you want to talk about a guy that's been done dirty? Is Doctor Doom?
He's never been done right.
He's never been done right, dude.
He's always just this like.
We were talking about it earlier, Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
So they teased him. They teased him at the end of one of those Fox movies.
Yeah.
But he
More
would
than
be
one.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sinister is the one X-Men villain missing.
But you got to have a good Cyclops for that. They have yet to have a good Cyclops.
Yeah, I agree.
This new kid's not bad. The young guy. He's young
not
Cyclops,
a leader.
though.
Like he's not the main.
Yeah, he hasn't stepped into that
not.
leader role yet. I mean, that is the cool thing about this. Current X-Men buildup is that you're seeing the characters come into their own.
Right.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But you're right. He's not the leading man.
Yeah, and that's
Let's dial back the Wolverine and let's dial up.
It kills me to say it, but I agree with
He's just oversaturated, bro.
That's true, but Squirrel Girl did too.
Yeah,
if you want to go
beat Galactus,
if you want to go that route, we can.
The moment they bring Wolverine back,
don't put that character in the universe, bro, because she's gonna show up.
Squirrel Girl
who
took down Doctor Doom, took down Thanos, took down.
So isn't Freeform? Speaking of Squirrel Girl, Freeform's going to do a new Warriors show, right? And they're going to have fucking Squirrel Girl.
Unbelievable.
Which is just whack.
And Anna Kendrick, man, wants to play Squirrel Girl so bad.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
She would fit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to see it, but she would fit.
Dude beat Thanos in the comics. Yeah. Dude freaking pulled out his heart.
They got to do the Doom with his mother, with the magical powers. They got to
go
deep,
with Mephisto,
man. Mephisto would be a good big bad though too, but it gets very into heaven and hell.
His brother,
Mephisto brother?
No, Thanos.
And then his son Thane. He could do that.
Was it Firefox?
Arrow.
There's just the wealth of what you can do.
Starfox, yeah.
Like I said, there's a wealth of what you can do now that
I'll tell you what the solution is not. It's not Eternals.
No,
that's not the fucking answer.
But if Kevin Feige is pushing this,
a lot of people
I trust Kevin Feige.
Let's ask these guys this question. Can you name more than one Eternal?
I'll tell you right now. Nope.
No.
I can't name one off the top of my head.
What's the girl's name?
Cersei's the only
one. Because she has the Game of Thrones.
She was an Avenger. That's the only one.
Whack. That's a hard pass for
I know
boy.
people are going to be like, this guy.
No, they're on board. Ain't nobody want that Eternal shit. Anyway, so what else we got going? So, hey, we just hit, out of nowhere, man, we hit 6,000 subscribers. We're at like 6,100. Thank you. This Thanos on Throne took on a life of its own, man. This video is like 40,000 views. I think a lot of those guys are subscribing, but they're leaving weird comments like, why do you collect fucking statues? Like, what do you mean?
You subscribe to tell me that?
Yeah, and one guy was like,
on your statue video.
Yeah, one guy was like 7 minutes of opening a box. I'm like, it's an unboxing, guy. Like,
why'd you watch the video?
Give me a fucking break.
It's in the title, man.
But you get those, as you get a bigger audience, you get the weird people that start coming.
How does your setup at home look? I mean, when you walk in, immediately you got statues.
Yeah, so
it's like walking into like a Greek.
Maybe I should explain.
Yeah, because
like a museum.
So
outside view.
You go up the stairs, and there's like a loft area, and then there's
a loft.
There's like a room, like a little
a halo of light coming out of the room.
So inside he's got bookshelves all around and all the omnis, and then statues up on top and statues on the walls on the calyx
on the bestest.
The bestest, yeah. And it's cool, man. When I went there, when we first met and I showed up, I was like, mother,fucker. Like, this is I'm just geeking out right now.
This is not my first man cave I built.
I'm just so you guys know. It sounds damn near romantic.
What's dope about the house is that The first thing on my checklist, I'm buying my first house I bought out here, by the way, is it's got to have a room for my shit, right? So when I saw this house, it doesn't have a door. It's labeled as a bonus room or like an upstairs living room, and it's just got this archway that you walk in. And I was like, this is fucking perfect. I don't care if there's not a kitchen in here, if there's not enough space for my kids. This is the house. It had space for all that. But anyway, yeah, there's no door. So a lot of people caught that in my room tour. Like, I like how you can just walk right in. You can see it from the outside in the loft area.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll have to have y'all come through one day.
Yeah,
man.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna do the show with you guys and my wife and my daughters. They all team up on me. You're gonna bring a bunch of strangers over here.
It's bad enough that I'm there like all the time.
The exact. Man, what's coming through?
God damn it.
Hey,
No, my name is Jack.
Yeah, Jack's coming through again. What the fuck? But yeah, the room has been evolving. It's like the third or fourth room I put together. I started with like action figures on the wall with like nailing them in with a hammer, thumbtack them, and then I started doing like shelves from Home Depot, and I used to put CGC slabs on them. You know, you put them like on the bottom and have a lip. Anyway,
it looks like IKEA shelving now all the way around.
So a lot of people will look at me like, this didn't happen overnight. There's a fucking process.
You carry insurance on all that stuff? I think I would.
Or a good security system.
So security system, yes, but the insurance
by Smith and Wesson.
I don't think by Mossberg shotgun. I don't think homeowners insurance covers. I think you have to get like collector's insurance, right?
Yeah,
you know I would cry if anything happened to that.
Yeah.
So speaking of subscribers, all you guys watching, all you Geminites,
I brought that up for a reason.
Yeah, cruise over to Zia Comics on YouTube.
Definitely check out Zia. I mean, they made me feel like, fuck, I got to step up my production value again.
Yeah, dude.
Like I thought I was
your production game. Like your boy Roy is killing it.
Yeah, he's killing it.
But we're also jealous of all the people that are.
So that's why
chiming in.
It's a good
That's
mix,
awesome.
right? You guys have the good production value. We got a lot of Geminites, so I would definitely shoot over to Talk Nerdy to me. And you guys put out pretty regularly too. Like what do you guys do? Weekly
every
stuff?
Wednesday.
Yeah. Every Wednesday you shoot here.
And then some stuff in between if we have unboxings or game descriptions.
Or an interview.
Or interviews.
Your game videos have a lot of views though. I saw that.
Yeah, actually they do. A lot of the board game stuff. My other employees do that. Danny and Trevor.
So let me ask you this. So as a comic shop owner, are you guys heavy on the gaming side?
It's about half and half.
Because I always hear like that's a lot of the bread and butter of comic shops.
There's not a lot of markup on comics.
Right.
We make maybe $1 a comic. And you got to sell a lot of comics to stay afloat with that. Yeah,
and you guys, so what about the whole diamond relationship? I don't know. Let me know if you can't speak on certain shit, but you're basically like a diamond dealer, right? I mean, they're the only name in the game.
It's the only game,
For the major stuff like Marvel, DC, all those guys, it's a monopoly it's a legal monopoly.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because recently Dan Dido from DC called up Diamond because when they put out Action 1000, DC didn't sell as much as they hoped for. They didn't sell as much as they liked. And
really? With the tin covers,
and like how much was the price? Wasn't it more, like 7 or 8, something like that?
Actually, 1,000.
Yeah. And so he called up when he saw the numbers. How Martin? We usually do like a top 10, top 20 comics list. Who's leading? And Marvel came in pretty well this past month. And Dan's like, this can't be it. This can't be real. So he called up Diamond to see what the deal was. Like, I've never heard somebody do that before.
Marvel has a lot more weeklies, and they push a lot of stuff out for free that we don't order. There's some free stuff.
Same with Omnibus too. They must have 10 times the amount of DC Omnibus. Do you guys carry any of those? Is there not a big market for that?
Not right now. We carry a lot of trade paperbacks and a few omnibus for the major storylines.
How about explain a little bit how it works being a comic shop holder? Yeah, with like the variant.
He hates it.
I hate the variant game. I'm so.
Do you order 1,000 issues of Guardians 17 to get Avengers 1 variants?
I won't do it.
Fuck it, right?
DC will let you order. Their variants are usually just order as many as you want.
Yeah,
you can order the regular or the variant.
And a lot of the variants that
Marvel's the one that puts ungodly restrictions on. Oh, you want to get this one by Joe Quesada, then you got to order 500. I don't sell 500 of any title.
And then some you won't even get because there are other store exclusives, like like Hastings exclusive.
So they used to have a lot of their own variants too. They don't do that anymore.
Hastings doesn't.
They never sold well. They were always like $10 books or whatever.
Yeah, man. It's just this variant thing. It's in like, for example, you have all these little like, and this isn't talking trash on anyone, but like I'm using names that I know. Like Planet Awesome has their own cover, or KRS Comics has their own cover.
Right. You usually got to order thousands.
And so it's like, as a collector, where's the value? You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
not.
They spread themselves way too thin.
There's too many issues out anymore. Like, there's no modern title anymore that feels like it holds any value. Like, everyone plays that speculation game, like first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider.
So what do you feel?
13, you know,
as a comic shop owner, how do you look at that? Oh, is Cosmic Ghost Rider going to be around in 2 years? Like,
I base my ordering off of subscriptions. I'll order what we have to cover subscriptions plus a percentage on top to put on the shelf.
Not based off what's hot also. Like, you have a good idea, like, okay, so this sells and this doesn't sell.
Yeah, we don't have any data to back it up. A lot of times I'll be speculating. So I think I can sell this many of that title.
So let me ask you this. Working in a comic shop, does it feel like work or is it fun?
Both.
Okay, so
we work hard.
So my whole dream is an exaggerated dream that I probably need to dial back a little bit.
You might want to investigate a little further before you do it.
Do you buy a lot of collections that people bring in? I heard that's a good opportunity as an owner. Like, people bring their shit to you.
Yeah, when they bring them in, I'll buy them. But then you get the people will bring in pure garbage.
Right.
I got this good comic.
I got Brigade
There's
1.
no cover, but it's old.
Well, also with you, Troy, I noticed when people bring in a collection, it'll tend to sit.
Thank you, man.
It'll tend to sit for a while, and it's not bad. It's just that a lot of it is expensive.
Yeah,
because you had Hulk 181 sit how long on your shelf?
6 months or so.
6 months, and
sometimes the version.
You got it graded.
I sent it to get. If they sit on the shelf for that long and nobody's even
you had a raw 181 sitting on your shelf for a while. Yeah, no one picked it up.
181 is money in the bank. That's a book.
Everybody wanted to see it. But you have that? Oh, can I take a picture?
But what was it graded at? It was 8.
It came in at 8 something. Yeah,
it's like a $3,000 book right now.
I got a 9. I got a 9 181. Yeah,
awesome.
That's my best book that I have.
That's never going to lose value.
And it's also
it's gone up like $1,000 in value.
It's also location as far as you're concerned, and people that are willing to spend money.
So that's the thing. In South Florida, you had a lot of big spenders. They bought key books, they bought statues, but I'm out here in this different environment. It's not the same kind of customer base.
Like I said, I give them 6 months or so for local people to pick it up. If they don't, I send them to a big online auction.
Well, Paso's tricky too.
Heritage or something.
You're
Comic Link.
You are in Cruces, so maybe this doesn't apply so much to you, but like the Paso community, it's moderately transient too with the Fort Bliss guys and everything. So people come in, people come out. Granted, not to say there's a lot of people who still live here. Like, I've been here for 11 years, but so you have big guys who come in and they leave. So it's hard to I don't know, maybe establish. Maybe.
Okay.
It seems like that's what Brad tells me a lot too.
He's really close
he's by
and he's right by Fort
Bliss. He's right by.
So that's half of his customers.
Yeah, and a nice luxury that he has is that you got people that you got some soldiers, some officers that collect comics.
Right.
They make bank.
They want to get their grail. Or whatever.
Yeah. When they come over from overseas, making that tax-free money, man, protecting our country.
Well, and I think they sell a lot to him too. Yeah, like he buys a lot from those guys.
So they'll come over, man. They'll spend some cash.
Yeah.
So he has that very nice luxury of having that store really close to the base.
So you have something?
No, go.
I mentioned statues earlier. So you guys do carry statues in the shop?
Yes.
Is it mostly Sideshow? Or do you ever deal with any other companies?
Well, since we're Diamond, we get some of the Diamond Selects. I try to have every price point.
Those are dope statues. The Psylocke Diamonds. What is the one? Is it a Marvel Select? It's like maybe a smaller Psylocke and
the action figures.
No, they're not figures. They're little mini statues.
Oh, the PVC statues?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are either Diamond Select or Marvel Select.
Marvel Select sounds like
yeah, we have everything from like the $40 price point up to several hundred. Like I think Lobo's close to 800.
Yeah, that's a dope piece, and I don't think Sideshow sells it anymore. So once those go out of stock, they start getting eBay attention, right? And you start getting those increases in prices.
When they're taken out of circulation,
right?
Stop making them. Yeah.
Same with Omnibus. Your Omnibus goes out of print. And it starts selling for like double cover price and shit.
Before we get to tax question, I kind of want to dial back a little bit. These guys were bringing up supposedly TAC also said there's a new Avengers video game coming out.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be somewhat open world, or they don't know what it's supposed to be. Have you heard about this on PS4 and Xbox?
I've heard a little bit about it, and I've also heard that the guys who did the Arkham Batman games are finally doing the open world Superman.
Honestly, I think if you're going to make any comic book video game, it needs to be modeled after the Arkham games. The best comic book video games
great
of all
template
time.
now.
Do you guys play any of the games?
Yeah, I played all the Batman Arkham games.
God,
I mean, dude, that last one.
They have so much replay value.
Yes, I agree.
They're like one of the few games I actually typically I'll play a game, beat it, sell it. Like put it on eBay, like get rid of it. I don't want it. but I keep all my Arkham games and I go back and I play them.
They're just so cinematic.
It's so awesome.
Just getting in a circle of enemies and boom, 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 boom. You're going
right.
Well, even just the side quests are fun.
The Riddler stuff.
Waitress cameo.
Azrael. You know, like
so this is why I knew this would be dope. Like, listen, I don't have to have our little cooler. They're bringing us beers.
We have to share the bottle opener.
Yeah, wait, can you pass the bottle opener? I don't have enough limes.
Shit because I'm using a bottle opener on a blue.
This guy's busting on twist offs for like all 15 episodes.
Bottle opener on twist
man, you got to do your show here at the Draft House more often, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place local by us too that we were gonna hit up. I'm not gonna name drop them because that's disrespecting the Alamo, but yeah, it's a good idea. When I saw that, I was like, that's a good fucking idea, man. I don't have to buy beer.
So here is a good question from Tack for everyone. Okay, question for the show. He said, "What's the #1 item you all regret passing up on?" We'll start with you, Jackson.
Oh man, okay, and I ended up, getting it much later at a much greater price.
That's usually how it goes.
Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Yes. So I remember years ago when this first came out, I was at All-Star Comics on the West Side, and I see just a stack of Walking Dead #1s, just at the front, right at the counter next to the register. And I asked Brad, and I said, "Oh man, what's this all about?" He says, "Oh, it's a new zombie book that's Image is putting out." Yeah, it just came out. So
but who knew? Like, no one knew. Man.
Yeah, we don't know if it's going to be hot or not. And it's
hot as fuck.
He may have had like maybe 10, 15.
So imagine how he feels.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
Walking Dead #1s, dude, just sitting there.
You guys are aware of the whole mature label thing, how some of them are white and some are black, and
so
whatever.
Yeah, I just said, "Oh, okay, I'll pass on it." And then years later, I ended up getting a #1 graded at a 9.8, and that. Dude, I'm still hurting right now from buying.
Well, depending on when you bought it, that has been going up crazy too, man. From like a $1,200 book to like a $4,000. I think you said you saw a crazy sale of like $7,000.
I got it right before the show started.
One of them sold really well. That was graded like a 1.0. That was fucked up, but it went really high because it's like so Walking Dead, zombie apocalypse type of destroyed looking book. It was a pretty good idea.
What about you guys?
So for me, to be honest, I don't really have one, and this is not like this isn't as good as Walking Dead #1. But the one thing that always kind of bugs me, and this isn't a hot issue by any means, but I remember seeing it in the store, and I remember now thinking about it anytime someone mentions it. I never picked up the Spider-Man 9/11 issue. And I remember,
black cover.
Yeah, and I remember seeing it, and I remember like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, I should have got this. And I don't think it holds a ton of value, but in terms of like things that I can think off the top of my mind, like I kind of fucked up on that one. I should have picked that up. That's kind of it for me.
That was a big one right there. I mean,
I have like a mental image of seeing it on the shelf at my comic book shop.
You didn't see anything like that, just a black cover.
My thing is just with statues. A lot of statues come out at retail, and then once they sell out, they start selling for stupid prices. Like I paid for my XM Studios Magneto had a retail price of $800. I paid significantly more than that. Yeah, and I missed out on a lot of custom statues. I like customs. They're usually they do shit that the big companies won't do, and they have small runs of like 30 or 40 pieces. And passing up on one that later on sells for like triple the price, you're like, fuck, man, like.
Dude, I think that's a good question for you too, Troy, because you're a comic book seller. You own the shop, and you got people coming in.
You pass up on a collection that had 100 Walking Dead ones.
Usually, I don't pass those collections up. It's just they priced it higher than I'm willing to pay.
Right.
Do you remember? This is a funny story. There was a guy that messaged me, and he was like, "Do you okay?" And he's like, "I got Superman #1. I got." And it looked legit. I'm a proud owner of Superman #1, 1939.
That's true. I saw the picture.
And this guy was like, dude, who can I sell this to? And he sent me the photo, and I'm like, okay, open it up. He opened it up, and it looked legit. And so I called Troy, come over to the radio station that I was working at the time. And so he comes over. We meet the guys there, and I'm jacked. I'm like amped up, to see this thing. Pulls it out, and it's the oversized issue.
Milestone. You can see the second that Jack's heart broke.
That is it's the exact reprint.
Wow.
Exact
Did you buy it?
Did you just punch him?
I try to tell guys I sell those for $5.
And he was so convinced that it was still a Superman #1 original.
Yeah.
And so we were like trying to let him down. Like, no,
he did everything but call us idiots.
Like, I'm like, this is the copy.
This shit is big as fuck.
You should send that to CGC.
Yes.
They'll send it right back to you.
Send it right back. Right
Shit,
back.
man.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker.
Oh my God, yeah, my heart just went.
I ran the checkbook. I'm like, okay, we're going to do this.
Had that been the real deal, you would not have let him walk out with that book.
If
You would
I
have
had
given
to
him some money.
Stabbed him, I would have got it.
Yeah.
So wait, sorry, I missed Troy. Would you say what's your one that you passed up on?
There's more than one. There's so many.
But not because of you, because of what they're asking. They're wanting for
yeah.
price. It's worth $1 million.
I love when they bring it in and go, as soon as they tell me, I look these prices up online. I'm like, I know I'm not going to be able to buy them.
Yeah, because they probably looked at eBay.
I saw this listed on eBay. It's listed. Now click completed selling.
Yeah,
See what people are
sold prices.
So keep that in mind. Most of you Geminites know, man. I mean, you guys are savvy as shit, but eBay prices are not legit prices.
I can ask anything I want for something.
And so eBay, most people amp it up on eBay to offset the charges, right? You were saying.
We were talking about that earlier. Like he's got a Teen Titans 296. It's like averages 350. And he's like, well, I usually see him listed for 450. Yeah, because they're trying to end up with 350. They're trying to, after shipping and 13.5%.
The bids and the offers and all that.
Yeah, even if you do a best offer. So
yeah.
Anyway, I think we're kind of winding down. What else?
Let's talk Road to X-Men. We're kind of talking about that.
Road to X-Men 1. So Manimal, okay, he's always known as the reader. He has like 20 long boxes. I saw him the other day. I said, this is overwhelming. I like 27. It wasn't my idea, but he out of nowhere said, you know what? I like how, you sold all your shit one time and you bought that AF-15. I'm ready to let all my single issues go and go for this X-Men 1. It's my kind of grail.
Yeah?
You do?
I showed it to you.
Not the one that's.
I was going to give it to you. You wouldn't take it.
No, not the ruined one.
Is it the oversized treasury?
No. He has one. He has one. It's not even like a .001.
Negative 0.5?
It was in a big collection. I mean, there were other good stuff.
It's like a negative.
It's
10.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's the one that had all the big titles in it, all the first appearances and everything. And then I got to the end because he told me he had X-Men 1. I pulled it out. And it was like crumbling in my hand.
Yeah, brittle pages.
He calls me. He's like,
cry inside.
I did.
He calls me.
And says, hey, you know what? I'm not going to suffer alone. That's like, he calls me. X-Men number 1.
X-Men number 1, original 1963.
I'm
like, what? I was right around the corner, and I got there within like 3 minutes.
So I think he's going to end up trying to get like a CGC 5.0. Is probably where you're going to end up.
So the goal is I'm selling a lot of my stuff right now. Most modern. A lot of runs. None of the shit that I'm invested in yet.
So no X-Men stuff.
No X-Men stuff yet. But I think in the long run, my long-term goal is honestly get rid of all my long boxes and just have like 10 to 15 key issue books. That's what I'd like to do.
So you made a lot of progress. So at first it was going slow.
It was going slow.
I was like, oh shit, this game is changed.
So they were little sets, little runs, for $25 here, $25 there. So recently though, this past some dude on eBay picked up 3 of my runs, which honestly have been on eBay for a while. It was Detective Comics New 52, the whole run.
Okay. Wow.
Superman New 52, the whole run, and Rebirth Superman whole run. And this dude bought all 3 of them.
Oh, man.
And they all, minus the Rebirth, the 2 other ones have been like relisted a couple times. So it was cool, man. It was about $410, I think, right there out the gate.
So what's the total Manimal Road to X-Men 1 board?
I think I'm at 940 right now.
940, not too fucking
not too bad. In a week. We just did this last Sunday.
So I think within a month you're gonna have some nice change.
And we got the teams. We got the Titans up.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him move his Teen Titans. That's gonna add you about 300.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a couple of other things you're willing to get rid of.
I have a lot of stuff I'm willing to get rid of. The X-Men stuff is it hurts me.
You're a little partial to it.
I mean, I'm a big X-Men guy. I have literally every X-Men comic minus maybe Uncanny 100 and lower for a few things. And I'm talking side issues.
I tell you what, you sell that shit, you get a couple Omnis, you get your X-Men 1, giant size 1.
Help them out, Troy.
The Omnis are the
sold them all.
The Omnis are the thing, man. I mean, those are like, that's what convinces me to do it. But like certain runs like X Factor,
they don't have
I'm not selling that run until they're.
But you know what you could do with that? I didn't even mention it. A lot of people do custom binds. Where you can get that whole run custom bound into a hardcore omnibus.
I've seen that, yeah.
But they're shorter than other omnibus because regular omnibus are oversized compared to regular issues.
Man,
what happened?
So you're so close. No, I'm just thinking about it in my head. Yeah, you're getting there.
So we're trying to get around. The goal is everyone keeps asking, what grade you going? What are we doing? And it's more or less like we're just going to keep going until we kind of get where we're at and then see what we can get.
Let me ask you this then. When you get it, when you get it, do you ever want to get it signed by Stan Lee? If you ever come across it,
I don't recommend it, but
you don't.
I don't.
It's interesting because I've heard a lot of people say no, don't get stuff signed.
So here's my thing. I mean, I think low grade Silver Age keys are good to get signed, but once you have like 5 O's and 6 O's, I think it's going to add money to it. You mentioned it earlier. Adding a signature to a book ups the value. When he passes, you're going to see a flood of Stan Lee CGC books.
Yes,
first week, never ending, and they're going to go for a lot of money. But I think it's gonna level out because he signed more books than any comic creator ever.
And I was saying this to one of the Geminites on the Facebook group too. Like they're like, "Oh, is it better to have a signature series or the blue label?" And it's like, well, this in theory, the signature series, the signature doesn't up the value unless someone's willing to pay for it. Which is just like as of everything else,
you narrow your market down smaller.
Yeah. As a seller too, you would rather have an X-Men 6 than an X-Men 2 signed, right? Like an X-Men 6.0.
The signed ones actually sell easier if they're CGC'd with no gold label.
Right, yellow label.
Well, it's appealing to people,
It's indisputable.
I'm kind of being a hypocrite here because I've sold you stuff signed by Stan Lee.
I'm biased. I say blue label. I'm not really with the signatures. It's not rare.
Yeah,
it's almost more signature series than the regular book at this point with some of those.
Well, it's getting to the point where same question that Geminites were asking. I was like, well, if you're going to go for a signature, it needs to be like a Stan Lee.
It's got to be his story.
A key person.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Get like an inker on a fucking Guardians of the Galaxy 17.
You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head too, where you have so many books that Stan Lee and so many other creators that aren't a part of, and they'll sign.
That's whack. He'll sign anything. You put a Batman book in front of him, he will sign it.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah, I Stan Lee's signature has to be tied into the book,
right?
Significantly, like you said, who cares about the inker,
right?
Or the
colorist.
Well, it's dope when you have like 6 signatures with the inker, the colorist, the writer,
So
Stan.
Surreal Comics. Last year at El Paso Comic Con, I was telling you I gave my I think it was my Days of Future Past issue. Cracked it open. Chris Claremont signed it.
That's dope.
And then Surreal hit me up and he was like, "Hey, we're going out to Phoenix and the penciler, the inker is going to be there as well for X amount of money more. Do you want to get a signature there?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, sure." So we added another fucking signature.
Yeah, he's good about that. Yeah, Surreal Comics, they're really good.
Would you sell that one on your quest?
So
and you got it signed. That's a difference right there, man.
And it's my book. Like a lot of my stuff has like emotional value, which is no homo as it sounds.
Sentimental value.
Absolutely. It's stuff that I bought, purchased. I went out in the wild, got them, and held them. But yes, I think the end goal ultimately is we'll get to the X-Men. And then once we get past that, then, I would love to have an AF-15, and I'd be willing to get rid of some X-Men stuff for that. And I mean, I have it all, dude. Man. I have a great collection.
So, you want X-Men #1. What's your next?
Because you do plan to do something else after they go for another Grail.
That's what I was going to ask you.
So I have a giant size. I don't have it CGC'd, but I think it's pretty low.
The Byrne one? Yeah, the John Byrne.
Is it John Byrne or is it Chris Claremont?
It's Claremont.
Yeah, Claremont. And I got it from Brad, actually. And it's probably a low grade. I haven't sent it off yet.
I think you have a 9.0 Hulk 181. You got to get giant size in a 9.0.
God, yeah.
That's
a keeper.
Yeah. So I got the giant size. I mean, I got the 181. I got Marvel Spotlight, Ghost Rider 9.0.
Cool.
I mean, those are my 2 grails, or my 2 big books.
Do you still have first appearance of Thanos?
Iron Man 55.
I had 2 or 3 of them there.
A $1 bin book that has now skyrocketed.
Yep. Or was the one that had the first appearance of the Blood Brothers and Drax.
The thing that sucks
that's a good one. It's a ton of first appearances.
The thing is, it sucks that he's not on the cover though. Like Hulk 181, he's on the cover.
Drax is on the cover, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wearing that
purple ass suit.
Yeah. First appearance of Lobo. Have you seen that?
I bought that one for me.
He looks like a clown.
I bought that one for me.
That is a very inexpensive key. That if they put him in a movie, it will take off.
So Johnny Rando say about signature, man. He got Lin One. See, I would.
And then they passed away. So what is it? Herb Trimpe and Len Wein. If you would have had them on the 181,
does he say what
his giant size?
Oh, cool.
CGC 9.0.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no regrets for sure.
It's unfortunate, but when they pass away, then it starts becoming like
Man.
So you get the Herb, Stan, Len trio on like one of those books.
And you were going to get Herb Trimpe once, weren't you?
We talked to him. It was the year before he died. It was actually several months before he died.
Yeah.
I had sent him the contract and he hadn't returned it.
To come to Comic-Con?
Yeah.
And you're like, why hasn't he responded? What's going on with him?
I was starting to get worried he hadn't responded. But I was on the news one day. I'm like, oh, okay.
Shit. Damn.
That was sad.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of going strong in the chat. We got about 57 viewers in there. I hate to end it when we're at a peak of viewers.
We're strong right now.
Are you guys pressed for time or anything?
No.
I'm good.
All right, I'm
I
good.
got fucking beers.
I'm on my post gym cool down, so
I'm
and I drank a lot last night, so I'm pretty.
We're talking about key issues. I think that Red Goblin issue was 800 is going to be
okay. Let's talk about that. So
and get that one
Yes.
signed.
The most rare variant.
You got 797, 98, 99, and 800, right? The 4 run.
I believe so. Yes.
Which one do you think is going to be the hot one? From
The
the guy who owns the because 98's the first appearance.
Yeah.
Right.
But the cover on 800 is amazing.
It's dope. Yeah.
But the first appearances usually do go for more.
So the question,
first full appearance,
like you said, like there's gonna be
Full
so
appearance.
many variant covers. Which one's the one to get?
Sucks.
Which one's the one that holds the value?
It's whatever the biggest ratio, 1 to 500.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
1 to 500 variant, 1 to 1,000.
It's garbage. I hate this. I hate
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It's manufactured collectibles. It's
Yes.
bullshit.
It's
Organic collectibles is where it's at.
Geminites buy the stock cover. Fuck
Yes.
that shit.
if they make something to be collectible, it usually isn't.
And
Right,
I
yeah.
heard
That's
that they were going to
true,
cut back
actually.
on that. I heard they were going to come back, or was it DC that was going to cut back on variant
Ain't
covers?
nobody gonna
DC.
cover back on that.
Marvel has DC has actually cut back to like maybe 1 variant per title. Marvel puts out
Marvel
except for
comes out
Action.
in issue 1 and it's cover A through fucking Z.
Uh-huh.
But Action 1000 had
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
it's
say
like
the one
$8.99,
exception, but
yeah.
that's kind of a
was anybody
celebration.
really hyped for Action 1000? Like, who gives a fuck? I mean, I know
The big
Bendis had
deal
a
was the
story.
Bendis story. That was it.
I thought the issue itself
that's
kind
a
of sucked.
milestone.
I didn't-
I'll say right now, I thought the issue kind of sucked.
I hate any issue that is
It was just-
multiple stories.
Yeah, it wasn't one.
That's
story.
like
it's like an annual.
Yeah.
Right.
And I hate annuals.
I hate
And then they
Annuals are garbage.
and then they ended it with the Bendis short story, and then it leads into, hey, what's going to happen? Get the Bendis cover.
So they
Bendis is
killed
coming.
killed the Superman run, and now you're going to
Killed
have
Super
Men of
Sons,
Steel.
too.
Men of Steel coming.
I heard
out.
Super Sons was really good.
It was one of their better
I
songs.
heard that. I
But they're
haven't
bringing
read
it back in a maxi series with Tomasi writing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
With
good.
who writing?
Peter
Tomasi.
Tomasi.
I like him.
Super
He
Sons
did
was
him
great.
and Green Lanterns for a long time.
Yeah,
I
him
really
and
enjoyed
Gleason,
on
him and Pat Gleason are very good together.
Yeah.
you know?
So since we don't know you guys as well, what is your go-to? What's your favorite like team or publisher or book run?
Mine, I make mine Marvel
Okay.
all the way.
I think we're all.
But who?
Man,
from
I'm
Marvel?
a DC
He's
guy.
DC.
Who's your go-to
yeah.
Marvel guy?
Ken's a DC guy.
Yeah.
I started with Spider-Man. That was
Me
my
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
back in the day.
Here's the thing, too. I like both, man. I'm not one of those
Me
guys.
too. I read everything. But
Yeah. You see so many people, especially with the movies, how they pick a team, they pick a side, they
But
pick
DC
a camp,
made
you
it
know?
It's like
easy
sports,
to be.
bro.
Yeah,
It's like sports and
almost
it's like Die Hard,
sports
yeah.
now. How you have so many people that are Marvel fans, just
Fuck DC.
you DC, nut writers out there can go fuck off. I'm like, what? It is possible to like both.
Yeah.
To like a little bit of both.
But I
know?
don't own any DC statues.
Right.
I think
I noticed that.
that's a
Yeah.
subconscious thing of mine. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't gravitate towards it.
So I was always a Marvel guy,
Mhm.
X-Men dude.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. You were Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but you were but now you're more into.
I lean more to image stuff now.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
those.
I like the story-driven stuff.
But
more than
image is
superheroes.
more of what's happening in the world, not what's happening with one
Right.
superhero. It's
Mhm.
like a zombie apocalypse or a cowboy western in the future, or so. Okay, I can get on that. And we all know what you already are, man.
Yeah, but to tell them, like my New 52 brought me into DC. I never collected DC.
Really?
And I hated DC.
See, New 52 drove me away.
Well, so it was a jumping on
drove
point for
me.
me because it was like,
It's a
okay,
good jumping on
you're
point.
going to start
Batman,
over.
yeah.
You're going to start over. I don't have to be like, I don't have to
Mhm.
know all these histories. I don't have to
Yeah.
know everything. And I thought that was because if you want
Yeah.
to talk about a convoluted history,
That's so funny. Yeah.
DC is the most convoluted.
That's why you
Yeah.
have the crisis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Then they'll
ruined.
just clean it up. You got whenever DC gets convoluted, they'll have a crisis or
Convergence.
or
Convergence,
They'll have a
yeah.
crisis,
Or
convergence,
divergence.
or whenever that happens, Jeff Johns has to come in and
Jeff
clean
Johns
it
has
all
to
up.
Jeff Johns is the
He'll
man.
clean it up.
I thought
the
he was going to
freaking
clean up
cleaner,
the
dude.
movie universe. What happened with that?
I think he got into. I think Whedon and
Yeah, I think he just got in. I think when that happened, didn't he?
Yeah.
So,
you had a movie made by two people.
which I like the
Kinda
moves
screwed
that DC is going to be doing now with their films. They got the Blackhawks coming up that Spielberg's going to direct.
Really?
That's going to be
So they're going to try to bring in
yeah, dude,
big
it's
name
gonna take-
directors.
Yeah.
That what now?
They're going to try to bring in big
Yeah,
name
yes,
directors.
they wanted Scorsese to do.
Yeah, I
like,
heard the Joker movie,
film.
yeah.
Didn't
Wow.
Peter Jackson say he wanted to do a DC?
Yeah, I
movie?
heard that.
That would be awesome.
Not a trilogy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
Wait, so
trilogy?
Blackhawks?
yeah,
really?
they're gonna get Spielberg to do Blackhawks, take place
Sorry,
in the
making it hard for
40s. World War II. Dude,
Yeah.
that's in his wheelhouse, man.
Yeah.
That is totally.
They definitely got to do something on their own. That's their own lane, right? They can't copy the Marvel formula.
Who ranks right? DC animated movies are way better than Marvel.
I heard though, but I heard that
DC
Batman Ninja was whack as hell.
That ninja
Was whack.
Ninja.
Yeah, but you watch any of the Red
heard really
Hood
good
stuff?
about it.
Oh my god!
Oh
dude.
yeah,
the Batman Red Hood stuff is dope.
So Jack is into DC. You're more of a DC guy. What team? What run?
So okay,
What solo
I'm
character?
like old school, dude. Like I like the Justice Society. I
Oh,
like.
you're a
Alan
JSA.
Scott.
I gotta read that
JSA,
Dr. Fate?
JSA.
Yeah, Dr. Fate. I love that whole the Jeff Johns run that he had. Oh god, what's David Goyer when he was writing JSA? I love that whole run. Loved when Alex Ross came in and was doing the covers. I love Justice League. Love Justice League that Batman and Lobo are on. That's
Just like
The recent one,
yeah,
JLA.
that's a good one too.
You guys are putting down these iced teas, man.
See, okay, let me ask you about that run because I didn't care. I liked it at the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought
I came off,
I thought it sucked at the end.
Right.
It
When
was-
they were searching for the for Dr. Palmer, the Atom.
That was decent.
Right.
But the storyline after that was garbage. Like the last,
Yes.
honestly,
I agree with you. I agree.
I bought them and I didn't read them.
Yeah.
I bought them. I was like, well, I have the whole collection and I'm not reading this.
You're
This
like
is
me
garbage,
in
and I
that
just put them
sense,
down.
where like I just
I had to keep doing it so I could
I bought it
package
for
them as a
Lobo.
run.
I agree.
I just wanted to see Lobo again.
Lobo would
real
kill it in the
Lobo.
movies, man. They got to do something
If
with
they
Lobo.
cast him right.
You guys
Right.
got to see the short film done. It's called the Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special.
Yeah.
It's a student film, and they got Andrew Brynjarski, who was in the program. He played Latimer in the program. Bunch of stuff. Perfect Lobo. Absolute perfect Lobo.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
Dude knocked it out of the park. Yeah. But Justice League, Superman, Batman, Flash. I'm really looking forward to a Flash War coming up.
I am too.
going
All
on
the
now.
Flash.
This dude
Yeah.
hates Flash.
going
I
on?
fucking love Flash.
I
think
just
if
don't
have a-
get it,
If I have a
man.
favorite DC character, it's Flash.
Here's the thing, I love all
Which
the Flashes.
version of
I like,
Flash?
from
He
Jay
likes
Garrick.
Barry
I like
Allen,
Barry and Wally.
Yeah, I like
Original Wally.
Which Wally?
I love all
Original
of them.
Wally.
Yeah,
I love
there's two
all of them.
Wallys.
Jay Garrick, Wally West, Bart Allen, Barry Allen.
So
I like
it
the
is
guy.
cool.
Impulse.
It's
I
not
like
just that he
Impulse.
runs fast. He goes so fast he can do his fucking
Go through
Yeah.
time.
go through time. What about the cosmic treadmill? I mean, come
Yeah.
on, man. What do you
I,
That's pass through
see,
objects.
I think what's going to happen here with
Sorry.
Flash War is that you're going to be able to see the other abilities that the other Flashes
Yeah.
are going to have that Barry's not going to have, that Wally's not going to have.
So recently they brought in like all new Flashes too. So you have the new Wally West and you have the I don't even know her name, but the the Justice League China,
Mhm.
right? She's like a female
Yeah,
Flash.
yeah.
And then
Hold on, Jesse Say West says, how many beers before Jem gets buzzed? It doesn't take much.
It does not take
I'm a
much.
little buzzed right now. But anyway, usually about 3.
I think if
This
I
guy
had
could drink all day.
if I had to pick, I might like Wally West the best. I like Barry Allen because
Yeah.
he's a classic, but I think I like Wally. the
Reading Rebirth, the one shot,
best. Mhm.
it made me realize how much I really like Wally West.
That was a dope
What,
one shot.
what about the
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about the 0 issue for DC Rebirth.
Yeah. That
Okay.
made me
Not the
realize-
Flash Rebirth.
No.
issue, Yeah.
Yeah, it made me realize how much I really do.
How
like
much you
Wally.
missed him.
But what's
Yeah,
really
he was
funny is
gone.
that Rebirth was really like a crisis. It was almost like
Very much.
all the new 52 didn't happen.
Somebody
Somebody
was bringing in
bullshit.
Watchmen.
Right.
Jeff Johns is cleaning it up.
So I was all about. I love
Yeah,
Watchmen.
Doc Manhattan out there.
I was-
Dude, that
I
I'm
love-
still waiting for that.
dude,
That better play
Everybody-
out well,
here's the thing.
man.
Here's the thing. This
They're
Watchmen
pissing me
sequel-
off on the delays.
on the
Yeah,
Doomsday
yeah,
This
Clock.
is getting
With
bullshit.
Doomsday
Yeah.
Clock?
Yeah, this
I
is
agree.
getting bullshit.
I mean, but it's really good, dude. Where they're going with it, with Doomsday Clock. I'm
Okay.
loving it. I'm loving it.
Are you? Because
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I.
Are you
Really?
Are you sure? This is great because he hasn't read them yet. Have you read them all?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
you did?
But I
Yeah.
got to reread because now I'm
It's
reading
a
one.
slow burn,
It's a
dude.
slow
It's
burn,
a
exactly
slow
what he
burn,
I feel like the
bro.
last 2 issues haven't gone anywhere,
Mhm.
and I'm like,
It kind of reminds me of like how Watchmen was.
you're reading
Yeah.
Watchmen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
who the fuck? I don't care about the mind.
the mo-
Until you got
In
to
the
the
marionette.
marionette.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
they're killer though. I love
yeah.
that.
How he
but-
actually where he's pulling
Yeah,
the
it's
trigger.
good. They're dope, man.
But it's like I'm like, is this a whack?
You gotta read it
is this
in a
whack ass
collector's
Joker
edition.
Harley Quinn here?
Yeah.
What's happening
Yes,
here,
that's
dude?
what you get the vibe of, right?
So, but yeah, I want to know, man.
Where's Doc?
What's Manhattan going to do with Superman? What's going to be? We
And to
did
be
this
honest,
shit-
I want the real Rorschach. I don't want this whack ass knockoff Rorschach.
Yeah. But I
But I do like the Batman Rorschach. That was very
Uh-huh.
intriguing to me.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Arkham
There's a new
Asylum
Rorschach,
stuff.
right?
Until
It's cool.
Batman
the-
punked him and locked him in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that was dirty, man.
the
Yeah.
psychologist's son. Yeah.
Just he douched him real hard.
So MCE saying, have you guys checked out the Batman Master of Fear fan made trailer? I have not.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're in the dark on
No, what I love Batman fan made trailers and movies, man. I love the whole Dead End one with the
I like him as superhero.
the Alien and Predator.
Superhero Beatdown is dope, man.
Oh, I love. Yeah,
I always try to put
Sun.
people onto that.
Dude,
Yeah.
that the Batman versus Darth Vader one was awesome, dude.
I like the Wolverine and Predator. And,
Yeah, Wolverine and Batman.
Wolverine and
Yeah.
Batman.
You know, did you see the rematch?
No, fuck that. Scorpion and Ryu, and then
Yeah.
Green Lantern, all the Green Ranger shit, where it's really Jason doing the shit.
Frey. Guys, check out Bat in the Sun Superpower Beatdown.
They're also
Gotta check
doing
that out.
they did the Valiant, was it 6 series web series thing
Oh, I haven't seen that.
with Valiant Ninjak versus Valiant
Did he
Universe.
play Bloodshot?
Yes, he did. He played Bloodshot.
So I always try to tell people they do the costumes better than the movies.
Yes.
They do Wolverine better than any Wolverine movie you've ever seen.
It looked
Mask on.
right out of the
Like,
comic
okay.
book, man.
That's my biggest gripe. Also, it's like every X-Men movie, heavy Wolverine, no fucking costume. The best costume you got was Days of Future Past.
Well, that's that Grant Morrison new
was it.
X-Men, man.
Black as fuck.
You're right. Yeah, you're right, dude.
I
They
hate
took
Grant
that Grant Morrison
Yeah.
and Frank Quietly. I hate his
I
artwork.
hate
man.
Quietly's
How-
artwork too.
Wrinkled clothing.
and all his characters.
So no, yeah.
You know, blowing kids.
They gave us Phantom X, though.
Duckbill.
Phantom X good. They could do
So
more with him.
speaking of like the fight down shit, we need to get these
Beat down.
boys on.
Oh, so we
Fight
actually.
Club.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
idea. So we have this thing. I'm on this other channel. My boy TiVo has a channel called Lords of the Long Box, and they do this fanboy fight club where it's a live debate, live like this.
Oh, cool.
And it's kind of like franchises that are similar. Like I did Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and I kicked his ass.
Oh, man.
Even though if I was repping Street Fighter, I would have won because Street Fighter has a lot of clout. But I won.
I did Green Arrow versus Hawkeye, and I was repping Hawkeye.
He
and
lost.
I fucking lost.
I lost Thanos versus Darkseid. I'm like, how is Darkseid going to beat Thanos?
So,
But we're always looking for
That's
new
such a great
contestants.
debate.
they're
though.
looking for
That
new
one
people,
is-
man. You guys
yeah.
need to do it, dude. You got to get
Is
on
it
there.
just impromptu, or do you get time to study?
So you get
You
prep
get time,
time.
and there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
categories. It's like based on like character origin, impact,
Historical
and-
relevance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
powers and abilities. You get your intro. It's like there's 4 segments. You guys would like.
It's
this.
less
Yeah.
about characters and actually more about debating. to be
It's
honest
really
with
the weaker character could win if you debate it right.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then there's.
You argue. I mean, I'm still on that whole Thanos
Bill
Darkseid
Lombard.
thing.
I lost that shit.
Lumberg said, "Lords of the Long Box, shout out points."
Points.
Points.
So TiVo will be in the
Sorry,
background, fuck you up. You'll be like going at the guy, and he'll be like points, and you'll be all fucked up and like, oh shit, what?
No, it's
Okay.
fun. We need to get you guys on that.
That shit is fun, man.
You pointed out, you got the costume Easter egg and Wolverine film on the airplane.
Yeah,
deleted
that's
scene.
it.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
doesn't count, bro. It's in a fucking
He's not
box.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Put it on.
I saw the hood. I saw the ears, man.
Put on the mask.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right, dude. The whole superpower beatdown, they do the costumes legit, dude.
And the cinematography is awesome.
Yeah, they're just on point all around.
Again, my favorite is the Batman versus Darth Vader,
and
then
they
the alternate ending.
and they do the alternate endings now, so both people could win. But I
Yeah,
just
so-
thought, man, Jason David Frank actually taking off the mask and it was him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
Oh.
god. Have you seen those?
No,
Oh,
you told me
dude,
about it.
check it out, yeah,
It's
it's-
Because I've been on this shit for years. I've been watching the Superpower Beatdown.
Uh-huh.
The guy loves playing the Joker. The guy who
yeah,
runs
and
it.
like him and Spider-Man.
Like,
yeah,
come on, guy, we get it. You have a good Joker face.
yeah, and Nightwing,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Slim
that's the
guy.
one.
Yeah.
You got to go with your
thing.
strengths, though.
Like he wants to put himself.
right?
Yeah, he likes to put himself in a lot.
Yeah.
I did like a Joker Harley Quinn versus Deadpool and Domino. I
Very
thought that
funny.
one was
Duos,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
That was good too.
Yeah, guys,
Talk
check
about
that out.
production value. This shit is up there.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
saying JSA? That's your
Yeah.
go-to team.
But
Old school.
old school. Man, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I love Alan Scott, Green Lantern. Alan
Really?
Scott.
What'd
Yeah.
you think about the new 52, Alan Scott?
See, I don't think. Okay, if you're gonna have a character come out and you know whatever, I don't think they should have done that with an established character. Make a new one. Make a new one.
Dude, you were preaching to the
Yep.
choir.
Yeah.
I'm big on this. Like, Marvel is
Diversifying.
they're the biggest proponent of
Mhm.
creating new characters that are either different color, different race, different
Yeah.
sexuality
Mhm.
of an established character.
Yeah.
Like Ironheart or Ms. Marvel
Yeah.
or it's like-
Shatterstar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like just create a new character.
Mhm.
Like why you got to make an established character?
What was
something-
the
Yeah.
last character they made that was big?
Who DC?
Either one.
A new character.
Silk. character?
Silk wasn't that big.
But
X23
Alpha wasn't that
X23 is probably the
But
last.
that's a
Marvel
Yeah,
rip off
character.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's a rip off Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the last
Exactly.
big one they made that was
God, who, that's a good question.
Deadpool. I don't know. I mean,
Garbage.
That became huge. That
Yeah.
became like
it's all their established stuff.
See, I'm
Same
not
with
a,
DC.
in
The
comics.
Signal?
I'm not a Deadpool fan. Unless you go back to early X-Force, I like it.
That's
I don't
my favorite.
I don't
Deadpool.
like this campy. I don't
like
like
him in
this.
New Mutants '98.
Yeah, I don't.
that
Early
early
teenagers
X-Force.
whooped him and sent him home.
Even your early issues of like X-Force 1 through 20. He's great when he's working for Tolliver and he's going, he's like
When he's a mercenary.
Yeah.
Not when he's borderline crazy talking about chimichanga.
No, I'm
That's
with
not my
you on
shit.
there. That Joe Kelly, everybody praises the Joe Kelly run, but I wasn't a big fan of it. I read it. It was a chore. I like the early X-Force Deadpool.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
Harley Quinn is a Deadpool ripoff.
Oh yeah, I've always
She's
been-
DC's
I'm
version of Deadpool.
just going to say right there, Harley Quinn is huge now.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
That might be one of the
is-
recent characters that
Yeah,
people
that's
fuck
probably
up.
the most recent one that's made it big.
Yeah.
Female Joker, kind of.
Female, yeah,
Joker's daughter.
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, that didn't.
The
get
Joker's
made.
daughter didn't go anywhere,
No.
man.
That was a
No.
a lenticular cover, and that was
You know
about
who
it, right?
I know. I think you disagree, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Red Goblin?
The Batman who laughs.
No,
He might go somewhere.
I think that one will. I agree with you there.
I think it's an interesting
Wow.
character. You're talking a Joker Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
How
They did not kill him.
Did you guys like Metal? I'm sure you guys
you like
read
Metal?
that.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So,
It was good.
yeah, I
I like
like
the
Metal a
Nightmare
lot.
Batman.
It got a little.
The lead up was great.
Yeah,
The ending was
The
It's a
source
little
wall stuff-
convoluted.
Well, it just
Convoluted.
ends with another. What's the one I'm looking for?
another like event occurring.
Right.
Yeah,
The
going
fourth
into,
wall,
hey,
or
we're gonna-
the-
We got the Justice League now. We're gonna have and then you got the Legion of Doom, and then
Are you liking Justice League? No Justice?
no,
No.
no.
I don't know how I feel about it
No.
either. I'm 2
Yeah.
issues in. I wish they'd focus more on the teams and less like so far. Maybe they will in the last 2 issues.
I think I don't know, I've been really a bitch about it myself.
I
where-
do like
I'm not
Martian
reading it.
Manhunter back.
Yeah,
You're not missing
that's
anything.
I've always liked him.
They've been
Always liked him.
pussyfooting around with Martian Manhunter for a long time.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I collect more omnibus. So I usually read like older stories
bulk, yeah.
in a
Sit down,
bulk.
read it all at
Sit down,
once.
read the whole shit. He gets the weekly shit,
Yeah.
but he has been dropping me off a stack. I read the whole Thanos run. I read the whole Dark Knight's Metal. So he's keeping me modern.
Mm.
Tack just said Jane Foster Thor,
Yeah.
rip off Thor.
Miles Morales, rip off
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Same shit, man. There
Yeah.
hasn't been a new character.
An actual, for a long time there hasn't been one that's been so, very unique.
And Marvel, if you're watching this, quit fucking pushing the Inhumans. No one likes the fucking Inhumans, dude. No
Actually,
one ever has.
The TV show I didn't mind, but like you said, the
What?
costumes. were
What?
horrible. I like Maximilian.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was the only saving grace was Max.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the
only
show, but I
saving
like him in the
grace.
comics. He who plays him? The guy from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was Reed.
The fucking
The
Bolton.
bastard.
The
I
bastard.
hated him in Game of Thrones.
Oh God, he's amazing.
I love to hate him in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, I hate it. His dogs ate his nuts.
I think Inhumans are okay if they're secondary characters
They're
that are in a book, but
They're
not
whack ass
like,
mutants.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Fantastic Four book.
Fuck Marvel for being like, fuck Marvel for being like, we don't have the rights to the mutants,
Yep.
so we have to push our Inhumans because we have the rights to them.
They tried to shove it down our
They
throats.
tried
They
to
have been-
ostracize the X-Men.
Yes.
They
yes,
even went
I
as far
agree.
as saying you are not allowed to create any new mutant characters because we don't have any rights to them.
They
So-
have been bitches about it because
Yes.
they don't own the rights to the film stuff, so they're going to kill Wolverine.
That's how
They're
you
gonna
know.
discontinue
So
Fantastic
you guys
Four.
know. That's
They're
how
gonna-
we know that we're getting them in the MCU because they're
Yep.
pushing so much X-Men
Oh,
shit now.
Yeah, now
in
they
modern
are.
comics and omnibus statues.
You see Doom now
You see
coming back.
Sideshow release
Yeah.
all the
It's
teasers
so
for the X-Men
petty.
line.
Yep.
It is, man.
Yeah,
But,
it was so petty.
Hold
I
on.
get it and I don't.
Shout out to
Like,
Forgerelli in the chat. Came
Forge.
through, motherfucking Forge.
Forge talks a lot of shit, but he's one of our boys.
Nah, he's a Gemini at heart.
Isn't Donald Glover going to play Miles Morales? He's the Prowler.
Yo,
No,
he's the voice
yeah,
of
he's the
them in
uncle.
the animated.
But isn't he?
He plays
he
his
is the uncle in Homecoming.
Prowler.
But
Yeah,
but in the animated movie, I think he's the voice of Miles.
Yo,
I-
Donald
he might
Glover
be-
is fucking killing it right now. His
Yeah.
video in like a week got like 130 million views
Oh,
for
for
that.
Childish Gambino.
That This Is America thing.
And honestly, he looks like a fucking Lando.
I think it's so funny. I think
And
it's
he's
so
Lando.
funny. People are saying, "Hey, you're going to see the Lando movie."
Yeah,
It's so no, it's going to be the Lando
because
movie.
he's so big right now.
He's gonna steal the show, man. I'm
Yeah.
calling it right now.
So that doesn't that come out next weekend?
Yeah.
Already?
This weekend or next? Yeah.
Is it
This
this
weekend,
weekend?
yeah.
This weekend, yeah. When
We're gonna
we're
be in
when we're
Phoenix.
gonna be in Phoenix, maybe we should link up. Are you going to Phoenix too or no?
No,
You just going solo?
So we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
well, me and my wife are going.
You should hit us up and do a review with it. We're gonna do.
yeah, maybe we could do it because we do the movie reviews. Do you guys do that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
watch
do it in the
come out.
hotel room. We got an Airbnb. We're staying at. I don't know what you guys are doing.
for
Swank.
Jellywood. I don't even
Our
like you
cameraman,
guys.
he sets it all up, man.
Or
What did he say?
I don't even like you guys.
Yeah, right. He loves us, you fucking guy. Anyway,
Forge private messages me about my workout routine.
We should get a workout in, man. I'm telling you.
what do you do for lats? I don't know what that is.
Hey,
Anyway, what else do we got going on, man? So okay, so I was mentioning up the subscribers earlier. So the 6,000 came out of nowhere. I wasn't even fucking ready for it. So I think we're gonna do like a 7,500 subscriber giveaway. We're gonna give away this General Giant statue when they ship it in. We'll do a review.
You know what?
We'll give it away.
Plug it one last time for the gifts that haven't been like.
So here are the prizes that nobody claimed. That TMNT 75 double sig 9.8 CGC book.
I'll take it. That'll
be the first prize gift. Then there was the Star Wars Darth Vader oversized hardcovers, volume 1 and 2, still sealed.
Wow.
And then a Raphael variant for issue 75, black and white and color, virgin covers.
So if you're out there, hit it up because you're going to lose your prize.
That's money on the table.
If you want it, email me at gemmintc@gmail.com. I can mail you the shit. Otherwise, I'm giving it away to one of the Gemminites in the Facebook group.
Yeah, that's money on the table, guys. Money on the table.
Hey, I'm the one who won.
It was me.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys too. How do you feel about original art? Collecting original art.
I'll tell you.
I don't, but I like it.
I have a lot of big dogs that hit me up like, Jim, you got to start getting into original art. No thanks. So Joe Jusko is one of my all-time favorite artists.
Yeah, when he did Marvel Masterpieces. Yeah.
92 set. I got that whole set framed. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. But he sent me an original art, $3,000 on eBay, original Beast art. Shit is sick as fuck. But I'm like, I would just rather have a poster. I don't need the original piece. Are you into OA or is that your guys?
I know two pieces he has.
Most comic shop owners get into that.
I got Kevin Eastman's original cover that he did for El Paso Comic Con
for the poster
for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 69.
Nice.
I got the original artwork.
So it's a published piece that you have the OA. That's dope.
And I also got I get all choked up about. He gave me a Brett Booth Superman original artwork from him.
Yeah, one off.
I got a lot. I got Alex Ross original stuff.
Wow. That's like original painting?
Yeah, it's original sketch that he did for Astro City 1.
Those paintings are expensive, bro. He sells them for like $5,000 and up.
At least, if not more.
If you ever go to San Diego and you go to the Chuck Jones Gallery,
he's got a museum, though.
He's got a bunch of his stuff in there. He's got that was a 6-foot
right. His statue
from Mr. Meat. Yeah, $20,000.
And you got when you want to buy something, you have people say, "Oh, Mr. Ross is asking for $10,000."
Yeah,
11,000.
Oh,
so
he doesn't go to the cons himself.
Yeah, I'm huge on original artwork, man.
So and I guess I'm trying not to get into original artwork because it's so expensive. I already have enough expensive hobbies.
It's a money drain.
So part of my role in this dynamic duo here is 1, the knowledge, and 2, to curtail his collection.
So he stopped me from buying Funko Pops.
He almost got into Funko Pops at Comic-Con, and I was like, don't do it.
I'll end up having to buy every single one.
So it's going to be the new.
I know my boy.
And
this dude's just going to get into it, and he's going to buy every fucking thing. He already got in like trading cards, and now he wants every series.
I stopped on trading cards. I had an eBay horror story. So I bought the most expensive Marvel Masterpiece set, the 1996 ones. And it was an eBay nightmare, and I got my money back, and now I don't want 96 Marvel Masterpieces anymore. Anyway, but I'm done with the trading cards because I framed the whole set of the 92s. That's what got me into comics as a kid.
The cards?
The cards. A 92 Marvel Masterpiece by Joe Jusko painted a card.
I'm trying to think what my favorite one. The Wolverine one was pretty good. Him in the Forest.
Fleer Ultra for me, man.
Yeah.
Fleer Ultra X-Men for me.
I was not an X-Men. I liked X-Men, but
thick cards
that was my shit. And I was an X-Men guy.
Awesome. Yeah, I was always more Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man cards were cool. God, it's going like way back here.
Taking it back.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah, I remember when that just blew up.
So I always tell Manimal, like, I think the reason why we collect now is because it's like all the shit you wanted to buy as a kid, but your parents were like, you have $5 to spend.
You don't need that. Put that back.
You could buy one thing. Like, what? I want all of the things.
Well, it's funny, though, when we mentioned this also. It's like, as a kid, you're like, oh, that comic's $20. And it seemed like so out of reach, $20. Now I'm like, easy.
I remember.
It's like the price for an action figure now.
Like, I remember not buying Spawn 1 for $20. But I bought like 8 issues of Spawn that cost $20 or whatever. Like, I don't know why I ended up buying the number 1, even though it's still worth $20 to this day. But
there's a store on.
That's wild. Spawn doesn't get like
the love,
no value.
Well, it has how many printed? 1 million plus print
the
copies.
First 10 are the only ones that are really holding any value.
There's a store on the east side of town. I'm not going to mention which one it is, but I remember the owner.
I know who you're talking about.
The owner, maybe you got to tell me like off camera. Yeah. The owner, I'll never forget. Okay, he's on Dyer, and I remember going in. I wanted a.
That's the east side.
It was Central.
Yeah,
I wanted a Spawn number 1, and he asked me, "So what do you need it for?" What do you need it for? I'm like, what? It's like he wanted to
collection.
see, and he's just drilling me about, about spawn number 1, and then he goes into just the shelf. Okay, here we go, and somebody else went in that I know was asking for it and asked him certain questions, and he's like, no, I don't have it. Don't have it. But I go in, okay, here it is. That's bullshit.
Well, that's what I like about Brad. Brad's down to sell his
Brad will sell,
I got it.
Well, it's not Brad.
Uninterested.
It's not Brad. Yeah, I will say this, it's not Brad. Yeah. No, but the dude was kind of like an elitist prick, man.
Oh, hold on. Shout out to Mindy30. I know you watching. Thanks for checking us out. Also, the new Tim Titan said, those damn pops got me at first, finally broke the habit and focused on statue. This shit could be addicting, man.
Dude, yeah, the pops, dude. I mean,
I like Mortal Kombat pops. I don't know.
I see them too, and I kind of want them. And I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Dude,
but you know what I hate?
I was gonna say about the pops, dude. When you start going to conventions, dude, you're gonna see like convention exclusive pops.
Right, that's where you get in trouble.
You're gonna have guys just remember you see it. You saw it. You got guys just tossing them out.
It's the equivalent of the variants, bro.
I'm in the statue community. People will put a $10 pop next to a $1,000 statue. Like, get that fucking pop out of there. Let the statue breathe.
Those big black eyes just kind of throw me off.
I want that one. I want that creepy. Jeff. With the okay, I'm gonna say right now, no homo, but I want that. I want that Jeff Goldblum Jurassic Park pop. Where
he's laying down.
He's laying down.
Well, anything Jeff Goldblum.
That's an amazing pose.
Jeff Goldblum is just a god.
That's funnier than hell, dude. When they put that pop out, I want that one. And that's going to start my addiction. I know that's going to start.
Forge says he's got the Ron Swanson and all the Bob's Burgers. I can't get into Bob's Burgers. Dude, my wife watches that shit.
I get what you're saying.
The lady's always yelling.
I can get behind Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson all day.
Oh yeah, I saw a video of Ron Swanson where he's just sitting next to a fire and he's drinking whiskey. And it's just him for like 40 minutes just drinking next to a fire. And I watched the whole fucking thing.
He only eats red meat.
I want all your eggs and bacon.
Oh, Bronx Collectibles in the building. What's up, Bronx?
I was gonna say something about your story with the Spawn ones. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, but and that's my point. There's so many.
I will sell anything in my store has a price.
So you're like that too.
Everything. You want the glass window? Okay.
Well, you know what I wanted to ask you guys. So you guys are.
You want this? You want the cash register?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are into comics. You guys have a shop. You guys do conventions. How do you feel about like the TV shows, like Comic Book Man or Toys We Grew Up With?
Oh man.
What do you like? What do you don't like?
Okay, I don't like. Kevin Smith's comic. I don't like that show.
The formula is done.
I don't like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, no, I disagree. I love Kevin Smith.
Okay, here's the thing about.
I love the whole View Askew universe. Whatever.
Great to me, man.
Here's my beef with Comic Book Man, Kevin Smith's guys. I don't like the end where Kevin Smith is sitting down with the guys and they're talking about the podcast, the recap, and he's talking about being a collector, and I'm like, it just comes off very phony to me. Kevin Smith, to me, I don't think he's been, in the trenches and the dollar bin searching.
Yeah, he's never been a collector,
and he's talking with these guys like, oh wow, guy came in with a Spider-Man #1.
Well, he was a collector. That's how
he sold his whole collection and financed his first movie.
Okay, fair enough.
And
$10,000 or some shit.
Something like that.
It's just something about, I don't know what it is. Just
it's like Kevin Smith. You have an AF-15 and a 9.8. Fuck out of here, you're impressed about the Batman Adventures 12 that came in.
It feels condescending to me.
I like Kevin Smith. What I don't like about that show is, it's these guys didn't just walk in off the street. No, they know what you're bringing in ahead of time. Like,
so I'll say this.
It's like pawn stores.
It's like they could rattle off top of here like, oh god, he knows so much. No, dude, he knew that was coming.
You fucking research that.
I'll tell you this. I know multiple people that were on the show. It's all pre-planned. The banter back and forth, the haggling is all pre-scripted shit.
Forge said Kevin Smith's been coasting off Clerks for 25 years.
I am a huge fan of Kevin Smith.
I'm not.
If I could do that, I damn sure
Mallrats.
You could make fun of me.
Mallrats is one of the best movies.
I'd coast too if I could. But
he's living off in a multi-million-dollar mansion.
In 25 years, I'm riding off this Gem and Collectibles shit, man.
But Kevin Smith has become he started off back in the Mallrats, the Clerks days, as relatable.
Yeah,
he's unrelatable anymore.
He's unrelatable. I follow him on social media. He just was like,
he tries to write comics and it's not good. He tries to do.
I heard his Green Arrow run was good.
Out.
Didn't he do a couple Supergirl episodes?
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
He's got his hand in a few
watched
things.
them.
I quit watching Supergirl.
I still watch it, but I haven't watched it recently.
A lot of his stuff is delayed when he starts writing.
Yeah,
I heard that the Green was
he did that Black Cat War. Was it Spider-Man Black Cat storyline? That was garbage. I thought.
But you know what?
Was delayed.
But look, fuck that. This guy was a comic book collector that sold his collection, made a movie, became famous, got to write comics.
True, but now he's out. But at some point, you
lose touch.
You lose touch with the fans.
Yeah.
And that's what
don't you do it.
That's why
don't you lose touch with the Geminites.
That's what I think.
That's my third job. Make sure you don't.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make sure you don't lose touch.
Shit, I barely want to be here.
He probably does more Q&As, and he does at least a weekly podcast all the time. So
yeah,
he stays up to date on the stuff.
So you know what's funny about
he's
that?
Not down in trenches like you said.
What's funny about Comic Book Man is it started from the podcast from the guy from Impractical Jokers.
Brian Quinn.
What did I say? Impractical.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Brian Quinn.
Brian Quinn, who's funny as hell, cute, right?
Yep.
And him and they did tell him Steve Dave. Anyway,
it was. I just saw something.
You were talking about Tusk.
Yeah,
I've never even heard of Tusk.
That was a movie that Kevin Smith did, and walked out of the theater.
Geely?
Bro, I've never even heard of it.
Dude, I think it had
Jersey Girl.
It had something to do with the girl.
He's got some duds. I mean, let's keep it real.
Tusk was weird. I was seeing this girl at the time, and
he's one of us who came up, but I felt like he lost touch.
How do you not lose touch then? You just lose it.
I can't fault him for that.
But I like how he stuck with the same actor.
I love to have his life.
I like how
the same thing.
I like how he always rolled with Ben Affleck. I'm an Affleck fan for life because of Kevin Smith.
Forge knows.
Forge is on his shit, man.
Johnny Randall liked Tusk. Hey, that's cool, man.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh shit!
Doesn't it have the Apple commercial guy in it?
Oh god.
So Jem was talking about. Did you like Toys That Made Us?
I haven't watched that.
I like that show.
I heard it was good.
Show.
Yeah,
my boy Cartel.
The Barbie episode was a little rough.
That's how my boy got into statues by watching that shit.
Really?
Cartel from Hell. That's how he got into it.
Wait, but that shit just came out
a couple years ago, at least.
No, like a year ago.
Toys That Made Us.
Well, maybe
on Netflix.
I had to be a little bit older than that.
No, it's literally like only a year old.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
It's pretty new. Has that new toy smell still? So
you gotta watch it. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's good.
They have a Ninja Turtles episode.
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I think they merged it with something else.
Yeah.
So what toys did you guys roll with?
Did you guys roll with?
You look like a G.I. Joe guy. You look like a Turtles guy.
Well, I should show you a photo of me when
I grew up poor.
140
pounds. And sticks.
Yeah.
Was that? Oh yeah.
So we grew up poor. I played with rocks. And sticks.
I was Thundercats, Silverhawks, Real Ghostbusters. I still got my Real Ghostbusters toys.
But you're not down for the fan hate Ghostbusters movie,
right?
Is that me or who's that?
That's you.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
He-Man.
That was my first shit. He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Ninja Turtles guy. And I grew up poor as shit too.
Ninja Turtles too.
My parents
Star
were like
Wars stuff, like
$10 for no way.
Yeah, the old Kenner stuff.
I never got into G.I. Joe.
And
I did, but you always blew them up with fireworks.
G.I. Joes were this big, and the Turtles were like this big.
Yeah, I liked the cartoon, but never got into.
Did you guys have the Mego, the one action figures? Was it Mego who made them?
You talking about an old school Joe?
Yeah,
like the Barbie Joe.
I had Superman.
My
mom.
I never had that.
Dude, I never had superhero toys, and this is what pisses me off. How great are like Legos and Marvel characters now? This shit was not available when we were kids.
Yeah,
we
got them now.
I was a Lego guy, and when I was a kid, you had medieval Legos. Eventually, you had Western Legos. You had space Legos. And now you got like Lord of the Rings Legos, Marvel Legos, DC
So Tack has got a good one. Did you guys see that new Thundercat show that's coming out that looks like Teen Titans Go?
Gosh.
they can't like a live action?
No.
It looks like
it looks so gumball.
Not live action.
It's so gumball.
It looks like Teen Titans Go.
It looks worse than that.
I'd say it's even scaled way back.
Did anyone watch the Thundercats most recent with God, what I think it was on Cartoon Network, and it had that hot ass Emmanuel Chariki. She did the voice of Chitara. Yeah. That was a great one. I loved Thundercats, that run.
How about this one? Which female cartoon character did you ever have a crush on?
Well, I know the answer for you.
I want to hear it. I'm trying to think of mine.
Mine was Gadget from from
Chippendales
Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
We've covered this a few times.
I'll tell you what.
I don't think I ever watched Rescue Rangers. I hated that.
I did too. I hated that show.
I can't think of any cartoon.
Becky from Tailspin.
I'll tell you what I was all about was Kelly Kapowski, Pink Ranger, and Topanga from Boy Meets World. That was my shit as a kid.
Now it's Jodie Sweetin. Holy crap, Jodie Sweetin from Full House,
Oh
dude.
my god, the grown-up sister.
Yeah,
yes.
the middle child, the middle one.
Oh, that girl was gorgeous.
Like,
dude.
but
she was like a heroine.
She glowed up.
Yeah.
They call that a glow up.
Here's the thing: like I would get into some trouble. With
I would
her.
make her. Yeah, but I would make her take a HIV test. She was, bro, she was using some needles at some point.
Tested. Oh my
she was
God.
a little down and dirty at one point.
That's how I like them. That's how I like them.
Hey,
That's dangerous.
They're down and dirty. I'll
Kitty
clean
Pryde.
you
You know
up.
what? I never watched X-Men Evolution. I never
me neither.
did. I collected some of the comics for a while. But
Kitty Pryde, though, yeah. Marion Cyclops.
I was never into Kitty Pryde.
Colossus.
So now she's marrying him. That's a big thing now.
I never looked at any of the cartoons and thought, hey,
Me neither.
The Geminites know.
that's a cute cartoon.
I always had a
The
crush on
Geminites know
Evil
my
Lynn.
flavor is the redhead, bro.
Jean Grey.
Yeah,
That was my
okay.
shit.
Well, I was engaged to a redhead. I know what you're talking about.
Ginger Love, right?
Animal's all about it.
So light that fire up. Yep.
Shit, man.
I always liked Evil Lynn from He-Man.
He was dark with it.
Oh,
Man.
I had to fantasize for a second. All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Actually, so we had an earlier question. I can't remember who asked it. If we like, what's your opinion on Transformers? And
I was
asked
a
him-
Transformers
I
guy.
asked
Yeah,
him, were
me
you
too.
talking movies or are you talking comics?
All
Those
of
are
it.
two
Movies,
different.
all of it.
And TV show.
All
I
of
guess
it.
those are three.
I was a GoBots guy
All of it.
because that's all my parents could
All of it.
afford.
Who
So I
the
had
fuck
GoBots.
likes GoBots?
That's a good argument for
My-
a
my
fanboy
parents
fight
did.
club.
Go,
Yeah.
GoBots for
That's probably the
Transformers. That
least
should be
one
you.
that I like.
My
so,
parents
yeah.
would not buy Transformers for me. They bought me GoBots, so that's all I knew.
So you know what I joked about? I would get my parents would buy me a Transformer, and I would transform it, and my grandparents would be like, "How do you do it without the instructions?" I'm like, "Bitch, just do it."
I'm fucking 6 years old.
But I would live it. All right, just fucking
Nana,
transform it.
come on.
no, Grandma. Then you pull the head.
Yeah,
Old ass grandparents.
fucking
I
grandparents.
think in this area at the time, in the 80s, when I was growing up, you were either in, I don't know why they chose camps. You were either in the Transformers camp or you were in the Voltron camp.
So Voltron or
God,
Power
Voltron.
Rangers?
Yeah.
Voltron.
Voltron.
I'm
Voltron
Power
all
Rangers
day.
with it.
You gotta go with
Day,
Voltron.
dude.
Damn.
You want to know what's great
Oh,
about
dude.
Voltron? They don't have fucking putties.
You got to have the street level villains.
Yeah.
That so the
Negative.
Voltron kids don't fight anybody. Those
Have
fucking
you-
punks
okay.
hide in the Tigers.
Who's watching Voltron on Netflix?
Not me.
Not me.
I am. It's amazing.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, it
That's-
is.
that warms my
amazing. And it has the voice from the dude from Walking Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Voltron
does.
or
that warms my
Silverhawks.
heart.
Glenn.
Yeah.
I do
Glenn
not
from
know
Walking Dead.
Silverhawks.
Voltron on Netflix.
He doesn't know Silverhawks.
Amazing.
I don't know them.
Dude, Silverhawks. I'll tell you right now.
Okay,
Like,
hold on.
I want you to like
Don't
watch
say
the
it.
intro.
Don't say it.
Do y'all know Dino Saucers?
Yeah, come on.
Dino
You guys should, dude.
Saucers.
Here's the thing. Dude. I actually want you to see the intro into Silverhawks
Silverhawks.
and tell me right now.
I made
that
him
you
watch
have not-
I made him watch the Dino Saucers intro live on this show.
Dude, all right, we
Silverhawks-
got- all right, hold on. You gotta
One
watch
of the
this.
most awkward moments.
One of those reaction videos.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dropping money right now.
This is
Hold on.
cool.
Silverhawks. Do they have
All
the big rabbit ears? or
No,
something?
no. All right,
That's his jam. He loves.
we got to
Silverhawks.
do this. We
Yeah,
got.
what about
Saucer
Dino Riders?
Was my
Yeah,
shit too.
yeah. All right,
Let's see.
I love how you guys do this too. Like we're gonna do a live video reaction.
Live
of,
reaction of Silverhawks.
of Silverhawks.
I keep thinking Darkhawk.
and it's Darkhawk, right? The Link character.
Whoa.
So while we're waiting, what's the best animated comic book series of all time?
Oh,
Batman the animated series.
Good
Okay.
choice.
It's either that or X-Men for me.
Or Spider-Man the animated series.
Shit, that's a three-way tie, maybe.
Yeah,
Both are good,
but I think
gotta
if you had
say
to edge out,
Batman.
it's going to be Batman.
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
giving it to
Come on.
Batman.
I think it's
I
going to
mean,
be
Spider-Man
Batman.
and X-Men took the stories right from the comics.
Yes, but
Yeah.
Batman had the voice actors.
And they had the dark tone. They had
Yeah,
the
All right,
big
Conroy.
Kevin Conroy.
Mark
He
Hamill.
killed it.
Yeah,
Mark
I forgot
Hamill.
about Mark Hamill.
It's a,
And the originated Harley.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're gonna.
it sounded good.
We're gonna.
This looks so whack.
We're about to. All right, live video reaction.
This looks so whack. No, it's like a Transformers vibe. 80s cartoons were the best.
He just likes the song.
Looks pretty dope. I think I have seen it.
I've never seen this.
It looks a little familiar.
Dude, get ready for the solo. Get ready for the guitar solo.
I feel like Rob Liefeld made this.
Get ready. Get
No,
ready.
you can see their
Wildcats?
feet.
You can see
Get ready for the
yeah.
solo. Get ready. Colonel Bluegrass. Here it comes.
Oh, Rainbow. Okay.
Oh,
He's in space in a guitar.
Dude, he's the pilot of the Mirage, dude.
He's
This
obviously
is
not
dope.
piloting very well.
Best villain transformation, Monstar. Here it comes.
Great name.
Eddie, get ready, get ready. Rides a space squid. Come on,
it's
dude.
pretty tight.
Mumbo Jumbo.
They transform. I think the Dino Saucers theme song got
It's
them.
not surprising this did not pick up.
The Copper Kid.
I definitely seen that kid. They had toys of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of his picks when we did best top 5 Saturday morning cartoons.
This
That was in his top 5.
Yeah,
I
that was a
remember
Saturday
this,
morning
man.
cartoon, dude.
So I used to love watching G.I. Joe, and then it would go to American Gladiators.
Oh,
was the
and
shit.
you
I
knew,
love
and
American
you knew
Gladiator.
it was over when Roseanne would come on.
Oh, yeah, Roseanne. I still watch Roseanne,
Still watch Roseanne.
but
The
fucking
new one or the old
Or
one?
MASH. Or MASH. You know
No,
it was over when
I
MASH
couldn't
was
fuck
MASH.
with MASH.
Dude.
Hell no.
Dude, okay, MASH is so weird to me, dude, because this may have been when I was like 7 years old. I got deathly ill one summer, and the doctor's like, you can't leave the
And you
house.
binged MASH.
So they had
There's nothing else on
I
it.
feel like the only thing would make me
Saturday, the
definitely
Price
ill
is Right.
yeah,
binging
and
MASH.
then next thing you know, like all my friends came over, we're building forts and we're watching MASH now. Yeah, dude.
So
Okay,
then,
did anyone watch Ronin Warriors?
no.
No.
You're on your own, brother. I was gonna say about
I love
American
Ronin
Gladiators.
Warriors.
Everybody wanted to run through those fucking alpha.
yeah.
forts.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to shoot
The gauntlet? Yeah. Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like American Ninja, but not as hard.
I legitimately always knew I could beat the shit out of Blaze.
Blaze will whoop your ass.
And
They were all
Nitro.
juiced up.
Yep,
Nitro.
all of them.
Show
Was
it.
Nitro-
Viper.
Remember when they
Nitro
brought
or
it back?
Turbo that had the attitude.
They all had
What
this
are you
thing.
talking about? They were all the
Yeah,
same
dude.
person.
Well, I guess you're
And
right.
then they all made appearances on Family Feud.
Oh.
Did you see the remake like
Yeah,
in
with
2000?
Michael Hearn.
And I
and-
tried to get
Yeah.
into it, and I was like, I wanted everyone to get into
Yeah,
it.
Michael Hearn was the only original gladiator to come back.
Boom, Bill Lombard. Watch Ronin Warriors. Ronin Warriors. I have them. You're watching.
Bill,
them.
But let me ask you this,
I
let me
love
ask you
that
this.
name.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Lumberfucker.
What would you consider now watching Silverhawks? Would you?
I would watch
the
it.
episode now. All right,
It looks dope.
all right.
It looks just like all those other '80s Saturday morning cartoons. I just don't know how that slid by me. I'm a little bit upset.
Yeah, sometimes it falls through the cracks.
Ow.
Every now and
That
then.
must have been the 4:30 a.m. show anymore.
I kind of let that one fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
Because
Because it
You
looks
let
like
that bother us,
Transformers.
Mr. Dinobot.
I
Yeah,
remember
don't like
waking up
Silverhawks.
for school in the morning, like
Watching
6:30,
Transformers.
and watching Transformers.
That was the
I
early
mean, my
shit.
cereal.
I would be
Absolutely.
happy when I got up early and I can catch Transformers. That shit came on like 5:30 a.m.
Double
Wow.
Dare. Wow.
Double Dare was my shit. And what would you do with Mark?
What would you do?
Mark's. Oh man,
Summers.
Mark's. Yeah,
What about Bonerville?
No, I don't know what that is.
Remember that show Bonerville on Nickelodeon?
I've never heard
I
of
thought it was Wienerville.
Wienerville.
Oh. What?
Sorry.
Where's your mind, dude? Freudian slip.
Well, Wiener and Boner.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I was also big onto
Wienerville, which
all
was so
that was
weird.
my shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I know
shit.
that.
Nickelodeon used to have the
Yeah.
weirdest shit.
dude, they did. It was
Like late
awesome.
night Nickelodeon was the greatest.
Nigga night, brother.
With Ian Flux,
Mhm.
Aeon
Oh,
Flux,
yeah.
and
Always loved- that was
the
the
Max.
MTV, Liquid TV.
MTV,
wasn't
the
it?
head,
Liquid
MTV.
television.
Eon Flux was my
The head
white
was
shit.
great.
I
Yeah.
loved the Liquid TV on
Eon
MTV.
Flux was
Weird.
Yeah, I dated a girl that dressed up as Eon Flux one time.
That might be a cartoon. He was a freak. She was ugly as shit. though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did the movie on her? Was it
Slurries?
Uma?
Charlize
Charlize
Theron.
Theron.
Charlize
Yeah.
Theron, yeah.
That movie was weird too, with the grass that had
Slow
spikes.
your
Yeah.
shorts.
Salute your shorts.
My
yes,
shit.
yes.
Salute my butt
Budnick.
ugly.
And then like
Donkey lips.
Donkey-
Yeah, hey dude,
Sponge.
Hey
Hey,
dude,
dude.
would come after
So that
you.
was one of my crushes too.
Yeah.
What's his name's wife?
Ben Stiller.
Ben Still. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ben Stiller's wife.
His wife.
She was on.
Hey dude.
Hey
yeah.
dude, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I
The
remember
one that
that
was
one.
in Zoolander with him.
Yes.
Another great movie.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh,
But what about Zoolander 2?
I never watched it.
Whack.
Yeah.
I love Will Ferrell.
What about Mugatu?
Yeah, him busting out of prison with
So
the
hot.
muscle suit.
I didn't see the second one. I think
So,
I
I'm gonna
watched
tell
some
you,
of it.
so in college, I studied abroad for a semester. I lived in England, and I had hair down to like my
I
shoulders.
cannot picture that.
I
And
studied broads
and
all
it was
the time.
it was curly, and I straightened it, and I
Right.
dyed it blonde, and I went as Hansel
Han
for a
Solo.
Halloween party.
How
And
much tail did
I'm
you get?
So hot right now. So hot
But
right
he
now.
killed it with the cell phone thing. Like
I had like a I found
It's
somehow I found a snake skin like
I
like-
cannot picture
dude.
this
It
at
was
all.
and I had a scooter. It was cruel.
So tell
It
me,
was
did you
killer.
get any British babes out there?
I mean, do we really want to get into that?
Yes.
Yes.
If I know him, yes, he did.
without-
You're talking about the guy that
question.
has the hots for a cartoon.
tell me.
Let's
about
just
it.
say
Details.
I pushed forward the relations between America and the UK.
Diplomatic.
Yes, you're very diplomatic in the
Yes,
relations.
diplomatic.
Camp Anawana. Yes.
There might be children
Camp
over there that I don't know
Ottawa,
about.
we hold you in our hearts, and we think about you.
So
it
it
makes me want to fart.
Our
It makes
gr-
me want to part. Get it right.
Our live chat's the best, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, these dudes are
yeah.
like the shit.
They run the show. We used to have topics for these live show,
We
but
did.
it would
We
be a
started.
Batman topic,
Yeah.
and Tack would be like, "What about Spider-Man?" I'm like, "Bitch, this is a Batman
How about-
show."
You can't stay
Mr.
on
B,
top.
Gem,
So now we don't have a topic. Yeah,
Gem and the holograms.
yeah right.
Dude.
I never
Yeah.
watched that.
No, it's a whack ass Dazzler.
Okay, what about
You love Dazzler.
Okay,
love
what
Dazzler.
about She-Ra?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Black.
a fan, but I was a
Yeah.
fan of He-Man and all
Mhm.
that. But
I like the crossovers when they did that.
Isn't She-Ra getting a new cartoon?
something, and they have a new
Thought so.
statue for her or some shit. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop Culture Shock does a lot of those shits. Tack still watching. My boy.
Yeah. No, all that. Yeah, you bring some good memories up.
Yeah, so we used to do like when we originally
Nerd
when we
alert.
did the live shows. Like our first episode was what Batman New 52.
First
We had like a topic, and we would talk about, hey, here's Batman New 52
Yeah.
run.
Why is it great?
But then we got so
Mhm.
when we talked about it, it was
Nobody
great.
stays on top of
yeah. So,
And then we
That's
got
great.
like we got so in.
hey, it makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
We're going on a tangent. We're going on an Abe Simpson tangent, you know.
It was
Yeah.
great.
So
So we moved away from it.
Is that
Now we
the
just
way
do
we
live
did
chats.
We Captain Planet, because he's saying Battle of the Planets. I don't know what that is, but
Captain
Battle
Captain
Planet is
Planet,
more 70s, yeah.
Captain
earlier,
Planet
70s.
is garbage.
he's my hero.
Gonna
takes
take
pollution.
pollution down to zero.
It's
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
He's not garbage. He's fucking Captain
Look,
Planet.
you didn't know name one other character besides
It doesn't matter.
the Indian kid with the monkey.
Yeah, they had a diverse racial group of different ethnicities. Okay,
Super racist. They gave the Indian guy a monkey on his shoulder.
why is that
Super
racist?
racist.
He has a monkey. What the fuck?
They didn't give it to the black guy, so I guess that's better.
Exactly.
That would have really been
no,
questionable.
we're being
Yeah,
real.
you're being
here,
real.
That would have been
Yeah.
questionable.
That's like that.
But it was just like, oh, this guy lives in Thailand. There's monkeys running around.
It's like the whole Power Rangers thing. Like they made the Yellow Ranger
Racist.
Racist.
Yeah.
Racist.
the Black Ranger is black.
Right.
Pink Ranger's a girl.
Yeah.
Let's talk Power Rangers for a second. What do you guys
Okay.
think about the movie, the new movie?
See, I
I was
liked
super
it.
excited.
I didn't
I
mind
liked it.
Were
It
you
just
not
didn't-
excited or no?
I was excited. It made me realize
I was
how
more
much,
excited for the cameos at the end.
how much. Yeah, the 2
Oh.
second cameras
Yeah,
of Jason
JDF and
Frank.
Amy Jo.
Yeah,
It made me
Tommy.
realize. It made me realize how much like I saw the series with rose-colored glasses. I go back and I see. I'm like, it's kind
Yeah.
of cheesy. You know.
You can only watch season like 1 or something from the first series.
Yeah.
Are they going to get the sequel to that though, or
I don't
not?
think so. It's
Hmm.
it's struggling right
I
now.
Because
don't
they
think
had a
it
whole
did well
plan,
enough.
right?
I don't
Which
think it
sucks,
did
man.
well
Like
enough.
I really wish they would, because you think like maybe we can get it started. The first movie can always be a little rough, and if you get Tommy in there,
Mhm.
obviously Tommy Green Ranger's the best.
So let me say, I wanted to meet Jason David Frank because he repped Power Rangers when it was cool,
Yeah.
when it wasn't cool,
Still.
Oh, dude.
and when it's back cool again.
Mhm.
Like he always repped. Now, the other ones were embarrassed. The
Mm-hmm.
Red Ranger, what's his name?
Yeah.
He
Jason
was like,
Frank
yo,
Ron?
I don't want to talk about Power Rangers. And Jason David Frank is like, yo, I'm the fucking Green Ranger,
Yeah. Met
bitch.
him at the comic at Alamo.
He's the
Con.
ultimate
Yeah.
Ranger.
Not the red
red
one.
one.
Yeah.
But now he's back in the mix. Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, now you want to rep the shit, right?
And then you got one Ranger killing other dudes.
the other Red Ranger,
What?
Oh my
Someone
god.
killed
Wasn't one of them in
the
the porn?
second Red Ranger,
Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
No, Rocky Steve Cardenas.
Yeah.
He's
Someone killed him.
still alive.
Yeah,
one,
with a sword, right?
yeah, one of the other
shit.
ones.
Oh
was
shit! I
Katana.
never heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, what'd you think about the super mature with the chick from
Yeah,
Dope.
the guy from
Battlestar
Dawson's
Galactica?
Creek.
Dawson's
Yeah,
Yes.
the guy
Dope
from
as
Dawson's
fuck.
Creek.
God, it was so awesome.
Yeah,
like
that was
that's
the Black
the
Ranger was,
shit
like,
that should
sniffing
make-
coke
yeah,
and
he's sniffing
fucking
coke and
hooking.
fucking porn stars.
Oh my god! I
That's
was like,
the Power Rangers movie
I'm
we
like,
need.
you know what?
Yes.
I'd be down with that. Dude. I'd be
Like, where do you
down.
sign up for
I'll
a
be
Ranger
honest with you,
Academy?
dude. I'm a big Battlestar Galactica fan.
Nah.
I
Yeah.
love Katie Sackhoff,
Mhm.
and dude, that sold me.
I love that whole.
And Dawson's Creek, dude.
Yeah.
Dawson's Creek, James Vanderbeek. I was like,
That was
wiener,
I like-
crushed it.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
such a wiener, and he crushed it.
yeah, and you don't see him that much anymore. That
Yeah,
dude
he
just
hasn't really
fell
done
off
He
shit
the
does a lot
cliff.
of cameos.
No, and
Yeah.
but he does a lot of directing.
Oh, does
He
he?
directs
Okay,
a lot.
cool.
Yeah, he does a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Cool.
So hold on, real quick. Shout out to my man Razor Collectibles. Shout out to F State checking in on the live. They called us live. You know, we're at a different time, so we get a different
Yeah.
mix of the
Yeah.
crowd here. Simon Horowitz, shout out. He said mask.
I agree, man. Dude, Jason David Frank, best Ranger for life. Yeah.
Shout out to Orange Stang PS.
So,
Mhm.
should you tell the story about Comic Con
I don't-
to Troy?
What happened? What happened?
we already told
What'd
it on
you do?
another live chat.
What'd you
I know, but
do?
This is funny.
So, you know, this was our first Comic Con, right?
Okay.
So we're new to this shit. So, you know, we went into
And
the
we
area.
drink a lot.
Yeah, we were drunk.
How you guys
First of
feeling
all,
right
hold
now? How
on.
are you feeling right now?
I'm bliss.
I'm good.
So this was
I'm
the
getting there, though.
Feeling good.
we were able to drink walking around the con.
Mm-hmm.
But
Amazing.
a lot of people were surprised to see that. Is that not how it goes down at every other convention?
No, not a lot of them. You can't.
They were surprised that you were drinking at the con?
Yeah, they're like, wow.
They-
He's like, oh,
the convention allows it.
The convention allowed it.
The venue allows
Do
it.
they not allow that at Phoenix?
Some people don't.
I don't think they do it. Phoenix, honestly.
Flask. Bringing a
Flask life.
But
Yep.
there's plenty of stuff on the outside. Like I told you, that side street where Cards Against Humanity usually sets up.
Mhm.
There's all kinds of beer.
So we're going to be on Side Street. Okay.
Yeah. Johnny Randus.
I don't want to tell Troy. He's the fucking guy who put the convention together.
Thank you for the beer there, Troy. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I didn't
It's
make
a
any.
funny,
That's all
it's
the
a funny
venue.
story, though.
Johnny Randus has come to Vegas, boys. Don't you tempt me with
So I kind of embarrassed
Yeah.
myself in front of the lady who plays Frau for Bizna. What's her name?
Minnie Sterling.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I went up in the area that had the
Oh,
celebrities.
lies.
So okay, so you're
There
with
you
me.
go.
So this is what happened.
There you go.
I walk in there with my Modelo and my camera. My cameraman called out sick.
Yeah,
Fucking
so it was
guy.
our last day. It was Sunday.
Last Sunday. I walk
Just
in
the
there,
two of us.
and your security is like, yo, you can't have a camera in here. I said, yo, I'm with the press. I didn't know if that was going to work. And they said, oh, cool. I was like, yes.
You pulled out the press card. Yeah,
That's
dude.
what the press pass
That's
is
what it's for.
But I didn't
That's
know.
what it's
I didn't
for.
know what the fucking
We
press
We had no
pass was.
idea what it gave
You're
us.
like in Wayne's World.
Yes, exactly. I was like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I go in there. I'm filming Jason David Frank's long ass line like this dude was crushing.
No one had one person in
So
line.
just
outside of
not
him.
to be a
No.
dick, I
No.
showed around just to give them some love.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to make him feel like this dude doesn't want to film me just because Jason David Frank got all the people.
Yeah.
So I filmed, and Frau for our business is giving me like fuck me eyes a little bit, right? She's smiling at me. I'm like, hey, what up? I pan around again. Then I pan around again, and she's still giving me the eyes. And I'm like, yo, we got no. We got a rapport. So I say, hey, I just want to say, I want to say, send in the clones. Loud as shit. This guy is.
I fucking just turned my back. I
It was quiet
this
as
just
fuck.
not
I
happening.
don't know him.
Exactly.
So he left me hanging, and her rep gets a little bit upset. She says, hey, you're not supposed to film in here. I said, no, it's cool.
I was just about to warn you
It's
about
cool.
that.
I'm
yeah.
with the press. And she says, what press? Who are you with? And I'm like, oh, fuck. She called me out. I said, I'm with Mint Collectibles. And she's like, hey, what is that? And I was like, oh, no, we're a pretty big YouTube channel, 5,000 subs. And
We
she
go,
goes,
we're not small, but we ain't.
I said,
we're
we're
not
not-
big, but we ain't small.
I said, we're not big, but we ain't small. And she goes, oh, 5,000. Oh, that's pretty good. So I was like, all right, cool. I thought she was going to say 5,000 subs. You fucking loser. That's not shit. Get out of here.
My dog has more subs on his YouTube channel.
Right, exactly.
I was going to warn you about that. There are people, when you go to a con, what's his name? Zeus, Debo.
Tony Lister.
Tony Lister. Oh my
Debo?
God, dude, that
We had
guy
the
was.
That's
Dude,
my bike.
He did not like people filming him at
Yeah, a
all.
lot of
Yeah.
them, they don't want any pictures
Yeah.
unless they get some.
Mhm.
So
Adam
I felt,
West,
I
too.
felt bad
Yeah.
for Frau for our business after that, but because I thought
Yeah.
we had a rapport.
Dude, like legit, we walked into the room and there was all the like you guys had it set up where there was like each like in a line in front of each person stand.
Yeah.
She had no one.
Nobody was
Jason
there.
David Frank had.
I was trying to show her some love.
Everybody was spending their money on JDF.
Yeah.
Dude, guys,
So,
I got a piece
should I
of
tell
Don't
her- I
call
felt-
him. Let's call him that.
Yeah,
Call
because
him
I always
JDF.
forget if it's David Jason or Jason David.
Jason David.
Was
Yeah.
I wrong for yelling out sending the clones?
No.
Okay, cool.
That's
I
what
felt like
they
shit
did.
the rest of the day.
You're
It's
at a
usually the-
con,
First
man.
off, you're here
You're
because that's your
because-
role.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
usually the reps
Own your
that
role.
give you
Yeah.
hassle. The actual celebrities don't care
But
Oh
much.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
her.
When I
crowd.
told her
Her
the
entourage,
subs,
yeah.
she was kind of impressed, and I was like, "Cool." I
The
guess
reps are the ones that are the biggest dicks.
Yes.
she was cool though.
Yeah.
And the rep, she toned down, and then I was like, "All right, pan around, and we're out." Like,
Yeah,
let's
I was like,
leave.
let's get the fuck out of here.
So you
It was
booked,
super
you
awkward.
booked her though. Like, how did that work?
Yeah.
I contacted her agent and said, hey, I'd like to bring her in. And they have to see if she's available on the schedule.
Yeah.
Then they tell you the price.
Mhm.
And,
Which one? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I will discuss
Right.
how much. But then you come to agreement on the price and you send them the contract and they sign it.
As these iced teas make it get a piece so bad, I
Yeah.
can only imagine.
Well,
how
we
you all
usually
feel.
go. We usually do
No,
a piss
take a
break.
break.
You
Yeah.
just take the empty
I'm
bottle
gonna
on the
take a
table
pee break right now. I'll be right back.
Do it, dude.
Do the Gatorade bottle thing.
So let me ask you this: JDF. That's what we're calling him.
Yeah, yeah. Which one? This one.
Can I ask this? And you tell me if you don't want to say. So he was probably the most expensive one. Wow, but he
was the
killed
one who.
it.
He's the one who got the most attention.
Mhm.
Yes.
Damn. So that's
He's the hardest working celeb we've ever
yo.
Oh,
had.
dude, that
shout
guy
out to
crushes it, bro.
motherfucking JDF.
Yeah, the guy
Rep
crushes it.
Power Ranger since day one. That's my
Yeah.
dog, man.
I can't.
He's
give him
the
enough
Power
props.
Ranger, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't give him enough props. Like from the second he walked in until he left, and he would stay until the last person in line was done. He
And to
almost missed his flight on Sunday. because
Wow.
of
And,
that.
to be-
he sent you a drop, like a video drop too, no?
Mhm. Yeah.
And he's also, dude. He's like, I don't know about the other people, and I don't want to like make a judgment call here, but like the other actors and stuff. That dude actually is a martial artist. That dude fucking UFC.
He's ready to jump in the octagon right
now. Win the octagon. Like he's legit, dude.
He's he's some high degree.
I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say more better things about that guy.
I think he still
JDF. We're calling him JDF from now on.
He used to have a dojo. I don't know if he still does, but he used to have
Cobra Kai
dojo.
Did you watch Cobra Kai?
Wrong series. No, I'm want to.
Sweep the legs.
I haven't watched it.
They have the first two episodes. I think are free right now.
Yeah, they're dope. I watched the first two.
I've been hearing good things about it.
Oh my god!
So I almost want to get YouTube Red just so I can watch it.
So I watched the first two free, and I watched the third one also, and I want to finish the series. It's amazing.
Oh, Iron Cardinal said Amy Jo still represents. That's true. She did always hold it down too.
Yes,
but not as hard as my man JDF. I'm good on the beard. Cut off. I think he's cut off too.
I'll do one more.
All right.
Who's cutting me off?
No,
Amy Jo's a good.
Can I get a water? Thanks. Anyway, she does hold it down. That's true. So actually, my boy Faust is in he does movies, and he's in a movie with her now. Some recent movie they were shot. He did a selfie with her, and all of us were like, "Oh, you got a Pink Ranger with him."
Oh, she still does. So, did you see that Johnny Rando says come to Vegas? We're working on it.
So we got
trying to work out the logistics. We have some dog problems.
Here's the logistics. We got press passes to Las Vegas Comic-Con.
Nice.
My wife's out of town, and I'm supposed to watch the dog. Our dog is a little Shih Tzu Poodle mix.
Kennel.
She's 17 years old. She needs me. Kennel is what I'm thinking.
The wife's not having the kennel.
The wife and daughters are giving me a hard time about the kennel.
You find a hotel that accepts pets,
but I don't want to fly with her.
Or a B&B. You can, if it's a small dog, you can take her carry on.
You can carry on.
She didn't really do well on the flight from Florida to Texas. She's old.
She is old.
I want to go to Las Vegas though. I think we're gonna do the kennel.
El Paso people, Geminites, who wants to dog watch?
Where's Harsh Life at?
Harsh Life, where you at?
Sounds like you have a dilemma.
I do have a dilemma.
Thank you.
I don't want to tell this guy we can't make it with the press passes. So anyway, so
we need some advice though. From Troy.
Thank you.
There's some advice / hookup. How do we get these? How do we get these?
He kind of told us we got to be kind of setting up before.
Yeah, we got to get ahead of it.
But how to get the press passes or how to get the interviews?
The interviews.
You got to contact them ahead. Some of the cons will send you a list of people with their contacts to get a hold of.
Like who's gonna be at Phoenix? Liefeld?
Was that Vegas? Liefeld's not there, but Snyder and Capullo will be there.
I think they're both gonna be there.
My boy is Snyder's neighbor in New York. My boy Alex.
Here we go, Alex. Knock on his door.
He tells me all the time, he'll send me Batman books. He'll sign it for you. But I'm like, there's no CGC witness, so is there a point?
Sure.
Liefeld is great with the fans too.
He's.
Don't get him started.
Don't get me started.
Because at New York Comic Con, I know he had a huge line.
I love Liefeld, man.
He was signing. He just looked up and
I do too. I like Liefeld as well.
He's the biggest fan of Liefeld.
Liefeld
is Liefeld's
I like
fan.
Liefeld, but Liefeld's biggest fan is Liefeld.
Liefeld is like how I would act if I became famous. Like,
hey, you know what? Liefeld's like the modern day Stan Lee, honestly.
True.
He is a good ambassador for the movies.
And no one pimps his stuff more than Liefeld.
I would do the same shit. Yo, Eddie Rivera, shout out. Did you miss anything? Yeah, about the whole show.
Way to go, Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, we already been doing 2 hours. I think we're going to wind it down soon. I'm already feeling like I'm drunk.
Yeah. We've been doing 2 hours.
Only did like 5 beers. This is how you were at El Paso Comic Con. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Okay, I felt bad after that sending the clones. Yeah. And I was like, I hope Troy doesn't find out about this.
I'm sure they like to be recognized.
But Troy was straight up
I try to shout her out.
As long as they're not yelling at me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I just try to give her a shout out. Hey, she was giving me the eyes. We had a rapport. I thought we had a rapport. I might have been drunk.
Which eyes was she giving you?
I don't know.
Maybe you misinterpreted.
Sending the clones
it's very possible that I misinterpreted the type of chemistry we had. I said it really loud. Sending the clones.
So we have.
I was trying to get the crowd riled up. Everybody was quiet.
We have to link up at Phoenix. You're gonna be there.
No, I mean we're gonna see you either way.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
We'll keep in touch.
But maybe we should go check out Solo together or something and do a review in like the hotel room or some shit, man.
We can do that.
Put it on Gem and Collectibles. Hey, we could do it both.
Do it on the street and get people coming out asking how they like it.
We could interview people who watch. That's a good idea.
We could do a joint.
So you know what? I want to do I want to rectify a wrong that I did. I said that I came up with the flyers for the Gem and Collectibles show, but really, my man Ken is live in the audience right now. He's the one that said you should make flyers, and I said, you know what? It's a good fucking idea.
I thought I was going to give a shout out. I'm the one who said we should make business cards or something.
Well, a lot of people
flyers
asked us
better
for business cards, and I was like, wow, we probably should have
Especially
business
if you're
cards.
going through his press.
Yeah.
You can always hand them off to people.
Exactly.
So now we're gonna have flyers that are like it has. Oh, did you bring them in? But this fucking guy.
They're in the car.
So the back of the flyer has a bunch of thumbnails of our videos to kind of show what we do. So this way, when we like go to interview someone, it's not like, hey, we have a YouTube channel. It's like, look, we get mad views. Check us out. Can we interview you? And then it also has our information.
Speaking of, since Eddie Rivera just graced us with his fucking presence, thanks, bro. Let's give another shout out to Zia Comics on YouTube.
So yeah, Zia Comics on YouTube. Troy and Jack show Talk Nerdy to Me. Better production value than us, so show him some love.
This is Jack. He's playing the Vanisher role.
He's taking a shit right now or something. Anyway,
tinkle.
They have their own theme song. Who came up with the theme song?
Actually, that's from K-Face. They made that song, the Talk Nerdy to Me, and I contacted them to ask if we could have permission to use it.
Okay, so it was already made. It was already a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, sure, go run with it. So
Cool.
I kept that email in case they were trying to come back and.
So this
shout out a little bit about your channel to the Geminites.
Like I said, it's mostly pop culture, comic books, movies, TV shows, anything nerdy we talk about on there. We do unboxings like you guys. Do a lot of board game reviews and how to plays.
How to plays are good. Yeah, those are your big videos, right?
They seem to be a lot of people. A lot of those are the bigger.
I haven't seen those. What are the how to plays like
just
Warhammer type shit?
Yeah,
bro, I've been trying to get into Warhammer for a while.
Watch the how to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you guys also had some celebrity interviews on there. You were with who were you on there? I watched it. It looks like, were you in your shop in the back or some shit with somebody?
Most of the interviews were done on location wherever we found the people. Like Kevin Eastman, we did at El Paso Comic Con.
Dope.
Stan Sakai was at Phoenix Comic Con.
Creator Yusagi Ojimbo.
Yeah. Brett Booth, we did here in
You
town.
had somebody else. Was it JDF? Oh, Vanilla Ice.
Oh yeah, he
lives where I just left, like Worth or some bullshit.
South Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in town for that. Remember the '90s tour?
Yeah.
And the guy that works on a lot, Jason Ibarra, hooked us up with him because he's the one that owns the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van that we brought in a few times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I contacted him, said, "Hey, he's in town. Can we come and do an interview?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So right after sound check, man, we went back in the his dressing room and knocked it out.
Yo, Vanilla Ice is cool as fuck. Yo,
so for those of you who don't know,
Troy, a nice guy.
Troy set up for those of you who joined a little bit late, Troy set up El Paso Comic Con. Okay. Hooked Gem and I up with our press passes.
First time ever. Killed heads up.
Killed the con. Crushed it. You guys saw the videos. You loved it. You all had great reactions to it. This is the dude who ran it.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
And like all the Geminites loved it, man. They're like, oh, that looks like a great con. It's real low key.
Everybody
and I think
loved
that's like the opinion. Like, I mean, not to like downplay it, but it's not huge, but it's not small.
It's not too big to where
it's perfect. It's like the perfect crowd.
Yeah, it's growing every year. So.
Yeah.
We gotta get.
So I went last year. I went last year, dude, and I loved it last year. First time I ever been to a con was last year. I was like, boom, great. And when I met Jem and he was talking about let's do this live show, we gotta go to the con, we gotta do this, let's do it up. I had a blast last year. And that's not, and dude, crowds are not my thing.
Well, that's why we moved the celebrities off of the main floor so there wouldn't be all that congestion in the exhibit hall.
That was smart.
You're right. You did have them last year. You did.
Cut.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk had a huge line.
You did.
That's
right.
Oh, because now you can walk through.
I forgot that. That was a good move.
It was a real smooth traffic flow without those guys on the con floor.
You know what we didn't hit up that we should have? There was some fun stuff going on in the there was another room where they did like the costume contest and like
we missed
questionnaire.
We should have been looking at the program, but we're new to the game.
We were new,
Yeah, the costume contest is always huge. The game room is always pretty big.
We did do the game room.
Yeah,
we love the dudes from fucking
military
Glitch and military gaming supply.
Cool as fuck. And we interviewed him, and our cameraman he was recording and hit unrecord.
Jack Lutz back from a hard number 2.
Man, I rode a rooted that place. The dude in the other stall probably took like the longest piss I've ever heard.
I'm about to go take a long
I think he's still in there. Dude.
Did you go in here? Or you went out
I went in inside. Yeah,
of a theater room.
There's one right here. There's one right here in the corner.
Did you cancel that one was locked?
Deadpool 2 was my number 2. Yeah. All right, what I miss?
I don't know.
No, we're just talking about El Paso Comic Con.
We were talking about Talk Nerdy to Me, the theme song that we liked.
Yeah, your boy Roy Works killing it.
Production.
Ray Works. Yeah.
Ray Works. Sorry,
yeah.
Ray.
Man, I think you're a little bit lit.
Getting there.
Man was lit.
Tiny touch.
A little bit.
I told you I drank a lot last night. I didn't get home till late.
Real quick, shout out to Eddie Rivera. Eddie Rivera. So my logo has always been like the Gem Mint 10 CGC logo, but he was like, "Yo, you should make your shit the emoji because everybody refers to me like my man right here, the gem emoji. So I changed the logo for the channel because of Eddie Rivera. So shout out to Eddie. Good looking out. I do like that gem.
Yeah, I showed up late, but thanks, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you came at the end of the. So a lot of people are going to watch this on the playback too. This is not our regularly scheduled time.
There we go. There you go, Eddie
I'm
Rivera.
gonna drive.
That's fucking I Am Groot right here.
Can we get I look more like the engineers on Alien?
Okay,
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You gotta shave, if you shave it a little harder.
Yeah. This
Get
is
down to the skin.
This is like 2 days of partying.
Those dudes got
nonstop.
smoked out though. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
they're
covered
an
it,
extinct
dude.
race.
So I got to
right
take
now.
a mean piss. Are we going to wrap it up, or you guys trying to keep it going?
I think it's been
it's up
2
to you.
hours. You said, yeah.
It's been a couple. Let's wrap it up.
All right.
All right, so we're going to conclude Gem Mint Collectibles Live, episode 16, live at the Alamo Draft House, El Paso, Texas, West Side. Is this the West Side?
Yes, sir. Yes,
West
sir.
Side.
4 up
With our boys from Zia Comics.
Zia Comics, Talk Nerdy to Me. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. They got better quality production than us. We got to figure out how to step our game. I thought I was doing good. I watched their shit.
I love the lights though, man. I mean,
We are super
this is
white.
glamour.
We are like,
Yeah. Almost
Anyway,
transparent. Yeah.
Talk Nerdy to Me. Zia is ZIA Comics on YouTube. Subscribe. Leave them a comment. Tell them Jem sent them so they know this wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
We got to do this again though.
Yeah,
We definitely
definitely.
gotta do
So
this
I
again.
think we need to definitely link up in Phoenix. We need to do this again. I got to show you guys the Gem Power. You got to come
Gotta
to the
come to
house.
Gym Power.
I got to tell the wife I met them. Listen, they're okay. They're not gonna like fucking
They're not
better
serial
than them.
killers.
They're not
rapists.
killers. I don't really know that yet, but
They only touched me once.
What else? Okay. Anyway, so anything you want to plug? I mean, you plug whatever I plug. So
What do we got going on?
So
What do we
next
got going?
week we're
What's
gonna.
upcoming?
So Thursday we're leaving to Phoenix Comic Fest. We're gonna do some footage on the road. We're gonna do some shit from the hotel. We're gonna
Okay.
do some what?
Prior to that, we got Tuesday weekly pulls. I'm going to do a TMNT
Recent
Volume
reads,
2, recent
Deluxe
reads.
Edition Volume 2, weekly pull list. I'm reading Planetary right now. You guys are reading
Planetary's
Planetary?
always been good. Yeah.
Don't spoil. I'm
Yeah.
reading the Absolute. I'm on like halfway through the first Absolute.
Cool.
So we'll do that, and then mad footage from the comic.
Yeah, so this
Fest.
week might be a little light. So cut us some breaks. We go out of town Thursday.
maybe I get an omnibus.
We're going to do
haul,
some
too.
shit. Oh, you do? You're getting some shit?
I don't know when it's coming in.
Tuesday, probably? Yeah.
Something like that.
We'll do
What do you-
something.
and what do you guys got? So obviously you're doing Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm going to Phoenix.
And who's filming for you?
Are you doing footage there? Yeah.
Is your boy coming?
No, it'll probably be
Just
my
you.
wife. carrying the camera.
So you're gonna do it how we do it, just straight
She's my emergency camera.
gorilla style. Cool.
And
And you guys,
What's your upcoming, you do the reviews and stuff. What's your next one? You doing solo?
you just filmed something today.
No, they won't let us do solo.
They
Why?
won't really.
Well, they won't give
That's
us
news to
they
me.
won't give us free tickets for solo.
Hold on, what is all this free
Wait,
tickets?
what's this free
Wait, what?
They let us come in and review movies
okay.
and it's part of our channel.
That's
yeah.
dope.
Gotcha,
man.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It goes
You
up
guys
on
are
the
hooked up.
Paso Herald Post, so it gets a lot of exposure for
See,
me.
you guys, I was telling him, we're big, like the internet, we got it on lock, but you guys got the real life world shit going on with the El Paso
connects,
Comic Con, with the Alamo
Yeah.
shit. That's dope, man. Well,
And-
we got to try to merge that shit
Yeah.
all.
But you just dropped you filmed something before we showed up today. What was that?
Deadpool 2. right?
We do four. We do.
Those
we
were
have
our
weekly
topics.
episodes. Yeah. So we usually do
We
four
knock
at a
them all
time
out.
so that we don't have to meet every week.
Right.
Yeah.
We live so far
Because I
apart.
don't like seeing his face.
Yeah,
So-
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
there's
no,
that
no.
too. So we do like 4 episodes at a time. That keeps us up to date for a month.
So what do you got coming out on the channel here?
Well, we talked about
Talking
Mr.
about
Sinister,
Mr. Sinister,
Justice League, the new Justice
Luke
League
Cage
comic,
season 2,
Luke Cage,
Batwoman.
Batwoman
Batwoman. Yeah, comic coming up.
come into the Arrowverse.
So I'm about to piss my pants. That's it for today's episode. Make sure to subscribe to Gem Mint Collectibles. Make sure to subscribe to Zia Comics for Talk Nerdy to Me. And y'all stay minty, man. Peace.
Right.
Later.